Y'all know what time it is. We are now in the full swing of the NFL season. We got the wonderful man himself, Mr. Houston, Mr. Texas very own, Mr. Second Best Football Player on the platform. Trent is in the house. Shout out to my boy Antonio Cromartie. Shout out to my boy Big Earl. Big who? Big Early. Shout out to my dog. What's going on, fam? And then we got Kenya. First off, Kenya, you look wonderful. The setup is your skin is glowing, the skin is popping. Kenya, I'm always way happier to see you than I am to see these dudes. Cause one, Kenya be on time. Kenya don't be on no nonsense. Kenya don't be talking over people. Kenya, man, shout out to Kenya, man.
I'm actually in my mom's room right now because I painted my room yesterday, so there's nothing in my room right now.
And you paint? Trent, when's the last time you painted something?
Kindergarten.
Wow.
Hey, Swiper. I painted something recently.
What? What'd you paint?
Yo, bro, watch out, bro. Watch out, bro.
No, y'all see, this is why we're gonna get canceled. This is why you can't take everybody with you. This is why you can't take everybody with you, Ken. Because people like that.
Yo, you see Riddell, except be happy to see me swing the link.
Yeah, I got him. Swiper happy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is what I've realized, y'all. So yeah, I am making football content finally. But you know what it was, Trent? It was like I was so busy in the NBA side and like, you know what I mean? And then I was working a full-time job outside of this that was like, I'm doing like socio-political content every day. And I'm like, I don't know where I got space to add on something else. But then you know how it is too. I feel like I know a lot when it comes to football, like probably more than people in the NFL, respectfully. I mean that genuinely. Not everybody watch film. That's just the way it is. Call it what it is. But like some of this is
you have some of these players talk, like I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to
I know
Baja, but like when you watch Charlie Villanova them talk about basketball, I'd be like, whoa, boy, you could tell me to play
football. But football, and Trent know this, a lot of these people that be on TV, they be wide receivers, they be running backs. I'm not gonna hold y'all. They didn't watch film. I mean, respectfully, a lot of them did not watch no film. If your hand wasn't in the dirt, if you wasn't a quarterback, you wasn't a linebacker or a safety, was you for real watching film? Unless you was like maybe corner or whatever else like that. But like, I think some of this is like doing NFL content, y'all. It is so natural early. And for me, it's like, damn, I could have been doing this like years ago. Could do a film breakdown is easy. I've spent more time in film rooms in my lifetime, y'all, than I probably spent like doing just like, basic day-to-day stuff, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We spent hours and hours doing film. So I'm saying for everybody, every single one of y'all, if y'all have something that like y'all love and like y'all feel like y'all are knowledgeable about, man, just go out there and just see what it's about. Like, cause Riddell makes content off Dragon Ball Z and anime. He don't know nothing about no anime because we was having a whole conversation.
Oh my God, this guy
he's awful at it. He's awful at it.
Capping.
Yeah.
He was awful at it.
These MFers yapping.
And he be in the gym doing squats with the wrong form.
He's learning. No, I'm cool with that learning, though. Riddell's learning.
These dudes are yapping today. We started off rip. We yapping today.
Trent, you see why?
Where you at that sweater weather, man? Is it cold over there? Or you just AC just blowing high?
Yeah, it's cold. It's pretty chilly in the apartment. I'm in Ohio.
No, that's we got 2.5 squares on PC. Okay, I'm a half of one. Okay, I'm a half of one. I acknowledge that. Okay, shout out. We got another square in Riddell. We got another square right here in D-back. Look how tight look at how big that fold is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Look how big that fold is from D-Mac. Shout out to my boy. D-Mac, my boy living good. Shout out to you, bro. What's up, bro?
D-Mac has the style of a 49-year-old.
I mean, I do in a lot of respects. I got some sweater vests in the closet, man. I can pull it out.
Do you have like because you kind of have an old soul, like your whole life, like a little bit more of a mature posture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that for my entire life.
Are you the oldest or the youngest, D-Mac?
Oldest. It's me and my little sister.
Early. That makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense. I'm the youngest of all my siblings. I got like 9 siblings.
We can tell.
And that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
Kenya, he be fighting for attention like a bug. He be like, look at me.
They make no name drop. Marlon Wayans told me the same thing because Marlon's the baby, and he was like, it was like you got to be seen, like you got to see me, you got to be seen.
Hey, Trey,
they call him Pick Me Baby.
I'm about tired of early doing this no name drop. I'm gonna start name dropping Barack Obama. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Apparently, early always want to let us know that he active in the streets out there early. Well, why don't you same thing as Ron? You be out there in them Thailand streets. Drop that name. Tell that name you be linking up with out there. What's her name? Shishini? What's her name?
I don't be in Thailand at all. I don't be in Thailand at all.
I don't know what Thailand is.
I don't be in Thailand, Bangkok, none of that stuff. I don't be.
Oh, you did in other countries like, oh yeah, you know.
I did. I hear. First off, I hear it's nice out there. Number one. Also, hear your money goes very far out there because obviously the different all that. I can't wait, y'all. One day I'm just gonna take a whole 6 months off.
I wanted the chat to know this is third wall. The last time we was on here, a comment was made about me not having any clips of me being funny. Guys not knowing if I was on stage or not. So I had to make sure people understood who I was. And
yes,
am I funny, guys?
We're happy. We see some clips.
Yeah,
I enjoy them personally. I'm happy.
Yeah, we always knew you was funny because that's the way you stay safe in the streets. Feel me? From people like me. So I'm saying like you had to
make them laugh, get them on my ass, huh?
Yeah. Like Bill Burr. That's what Bill Burr said. He's the same way. I ain't no bully. Kevin Hart ain't no bully. Guess what? Early you're gonna be knee deep in tens of millions of dollars because you make people laugh one day. So I'm with it. Just make sure bring me with you. That's all I'm saying. I want to be in your entourage. And that's why. No, I'm just here for the bodyguard. That's all I'm doing.
For the bodyguard. Hey, look. We see you in the gym dancing. Y'all see that swiper video of him dancing? He was doing the opposite sexy for my body dance.
I was killing it too.
For my shit.
That shit was going viral.
I saw that. I was killing it. I know I'm about to see that video 7 times.
I was killing it.
Somebody posted.
I'm using that shit on Swiper all year. I'm using that all year.
Somebody posted. Jokic getting double teamed. DeMar DeRozan.
Yo, I saw that shit too.
That shit going crazy, bro.
Hey man.
But here's my thing, Kenny, and maybe you can. No, this is what I'm saying. This is how I know y'all be lying. If anything, I'm definitely not stiff.
I thought you was stiff. I thought you was stiff. I was surprised you was jigging like that. But you been in Atlanta for a long time, so.
Nah, I be salsa dancing. I be dancing my whole life because
this truck is crazy.
Cause D-Mac,
you in Atlanta, you just
kids.
You get the dancing there. You know what I'm saying?
We was kids. We was the pop locking generation and all that. So like we was doing all this stuff. So
I can dance too. I just hang around a lot of people who don't dance, so they make fun of me. But I can dance my ass off too. I'm a dancer. I am a dancer.
Yeah, man. Kenny, I will say this: Black men are not protected on content because I can do something that I genuinely enjoy, like dancing, and here come other Black people or bots making content, and then my friends are getting involved in the charades around.
Boy, you look like a big ass light skinned Terry Crews out there, man. I didn't know what was going on, man. I said, look at this jigaboo.
You gotta be able to laugh.
Jigaboo's great. Man.
You gotta be able to laugh at
Oh my god.
Move your body like Swiper.
Swiper was jigging. I'm about to make 19 videos. Listen, content will start this upcoming month. I'm gonna make 19 videos of Swiper dancing with different music behind it. It's gonna be a whole montage.
Let me tell y'all, that's called marketing, D-Mac. Marketing. Everything sells. And you know what? Most of the people just jealous, D-Mac, because they ain't got no, they don't be in the gym at all. So they be in the house just, oh, look at Swiper. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? They can't fit a XXL shirt over their head. And then they got enough nerves to talk about me. But what a shout out. And Riddell, keep getting in the gym.
Why are you talking about low like that? No, I'm just playing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Let me ask y'all this, man. So
early, you in the gym?
Hey, I'm actually getting back in, man. You know it's bad when you go see your family.
That's what they always say.
You know it's bad. I don't. Hey, help. You know what's crazy? I don't have to post myself in the gym like some of you narcissists.
Oh, is that how we feeling? Is that how we feeling?
With bad
what it is? Is that what it is?
There's nothing wrong with
I can't wait to see.
I want people to know I'm in the gym.
Hey man,
people got to know I'm in the gym.
I feel like that's good accountability.
Early, I wanted you to know so I can inspire you to get up, go to the gym, start grinding a little bit. You feel me?
You don't have to inspire me. I want to go see my family about a month or so ago, and I got called every type of fat and getting. You know, always be your family. They a different type of mean. You're getting big, ain't you? My grandma said you've been eating. I said, all right, that's the ninth time I got that out here.
For sure.
That is enough. All right, that's enough.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah, that's tough, bro.
I seen the comments.
My family was whispering about me. He got big, didn't he? I said, I can hear y'all. All right, that's enough.
That's crazy.
Shout out Nick Chubb, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Shout out Nick Chubb, man. One of the
shout out Nick Chubb and fuck Minkah Fitzpatrick to this day.
I would argue Nick Chubb is
because I'm not gonna lie, he ended his career. I'm gonna be honest with you, he did.
Yeah.
The play was over with, Trent. It was over with, bro. It was literally over with.
Which I know he probably feels bad about. But like, yeah,
you came to get you some after it was over with, bro.
It's crazy when people look back at Nick Chubb, literally, bro.
They for like 4 years, bro. He was a top 3 back for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
I'm saying though, when you look at it on paper, like I'm talking about like the consensus wise, he's going to be forgotten because it's crazy. He never made a first team All Pro, which is wild, all type of shit. But like Chubb was one of the best running backs in the league, if not like for like probably like 2 years, so the best for a minute.
Just from a pure running standpoint, like it's him for me. Just a pure running standpoint, like this side of Adrian Peterson's him and Zeke, because the things that he did with the ball in his hands, the power that he ran with, he is awesome running back. Like you said, it's not going to be as much flowers because of the Browns and everything that comes with it, and the fact that he didn't have any first team All Pros. But man, what a career, what a player when he was at his peak, man.
You know who else was an awesome running back? Now that Trent is back, you know who else was an awesome running back? Leonard Fournette in college. Come on, Trent. What was they talking about, Trent?
No. Let's not go backwards. Let's
D-Mac confirmed what he was talking about. Even though I disagree, I see more in the vision on that point.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I have y'all's list. Like every single one of y'all have list,
if Swipe was saying just in general that Jeremiah Love was better than Lenny Fournette in college, no. Salute to you.
As a better prospect. No. It was no. That's not what I said.
Right,
I said a better prospect going into
that was the core of the
conversation.
Right. Prospect.
And Trent acknowledged that. And that's we don't.
Yeah, and I don't agree with it, but that's way more of a different conversation.
Right.
Okay.
Lenny was cold.
What are you gonna say about Nick Chubb?
Well, I was gonna say like there's a line of Cleveland stars and 2 Cleveland superstars in particular I can think of off the top of my head that played for Cleveland that they just didn't get no love. Like, because Joe Thomas for me is like you can make the 3 greatest left tackles of all time. Like, but he just didn't play for nothing. Like Bruce Matthews with the Oilers with the Titans, another one of them. Like, he just didn't get a chance to win anything for real. And I think Nick Chubb is like for me another one of those all-time great Cleveland players where it's like he's just was phenomenal. Like,
thank God Myles Garrett got traded to the Rams because he'd been in the same boat. Never great, and he never went to play for nothing.
Well, I'll say Matthews did at least get the chance to. Obviously, they won the championship but lost to the Rams, even still in the Super Bowl. But the thing that you mentioned about
that was what like year 18 for him, or something like that.
Yeah,
like
he was
17
later in his career, for sure. And the thing about it is like Joe Thomas, absolutely, like you said, standout left tackle. But for a lot of those years, I mean, it was Mitchell Schwartz for the Cleveland Browns playing at an extremely high level, and then he comes over to us, and I was able to be a part of that 2019 championship team. And that changes the face of his career and his visibility as far as that's concerned. Otherwise, who knows what it would have looked like had he just stayed with the Browns long term. But I mean, the Browns then had
Alex Mack was good for a long time too.
I was gonna say the offensive lines that they've had over time. And
Batonio is Batonio the left guard as well.
Wyatt Teller, the seasons that they got out of him too. They've had really good offensive lines. It's just quarterback position.
Even Denzel
honestly, they've had
Denzel Ward got one of the better corners that never won for nothing.
Yeah,
because the Browns, quite as kept, has been doing a very good job in drafting their teams. They've been good at like building in, especially the defense from the secondary to the defensive line. It's just that quarterback position that they are struggling, and they had like maybe 2 good years of Baker Mayfield.
Wide receiver too, because kind of like outside of Josh Gordon, that they have
Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry was good on the Browns.
Yeah, Jarvis. Yeah, Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry, and then you had after that.
One good year, Jerry Jeudy. Shout out Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I mean. Now I will say,
I was going to say, well, we're talking about this, I'm sure, at some point in the preseason, but I've liked what I've seen from KC and Denzel.
KC about to be a dog. Have you seen his film, bro?
He's so good.
Yeah,
he's so good.
Bro, did you see the first game, D-Mac? How many touches they got him on special teams and offense?
They need him, so they're gonna use him. I think that they put themselves again, and to your point, Riddell, in another position where they have drafted a lot of young talent that is really good on both sides of the ball, like legitimately across the board. Like you look at the defensive line, guys like Mike Hall, Mason Graham, Obviously, addition of Jared Verse replacing Myles Garrett. Carson Switzer is awesome. Denzel Ward is still playing at a high level. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
Shedeur looks good.
We'll talk about the quarterbacks. Both of the wide receivers, obviously, young guys look good. Harrison Jr. had a really good season as a rookie tight end. Obviously, Quinshon Judkins, Dylan Sampson's a really good compliment to Quinshon Judkins.
100%.
I mean, and that they've improved as far as the offensive line. I think that is still a little bit of a work in progress, but it's improving. So, like, they've done it again where everything is in place. They just got to find, in a lot of respects, maybe the coach, but we'll see about Monken, but certainly the quarterback, because the quarterback situation is not.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. So when you think about Nick Chubb in particular, because I feel the same way that like Trent and D-Mac do, like him and Derrick Henry for me were like, in terms of pure running backs, were like the best. When you think of Nick Chubb, is there like, does he have a chance? One, is he going to be a Ring of Famer with Cleveland? Does he get any Hall of Fame love at some point in time?
No.
When you look at his peak and what he was.
He has no shot being.
I'm not gonna lie. Another person, as far as running back wise, who deserves Hall of Fame love, who probably gonna take a long. I think he'll get there, but it might take a long time. Steven Jackson. You talk about people that playing for nothing. Steven Jackson from 2004 to 2012. Go look at the records for the Rams. They were literally awful teams, bro. And he was just out there rushing for 1,300 yards, rushing for 1,400 yards, rushing for 1,500 yards, and literally he's a name that we don't even talk about. And Steven Jackson was every down.
Steven got a real. I think Steven has a decent shot. Chubb,
yeah, to get in, but I'm talking about it'll take a long time because he played for nothing. Nothing.
Chubb, especially how he retired. Well, what's the name? He wasn't as good after Minka hurt his leg after he had the 1,500-yard year. I think he only got like 5 years for real. And they were great years, but it's not like something like Terrell Davis or some shit like that.
So he
has no shot.
He has 7-8 years played. He has total in his career 7,349 yards, averaging 5 yards per carry, which is insane to think about.
I don't think Terrell Davis has been in the Hall of Fame though. So
you crazy?
He has a total of 50. He has a total of 54.
Peaks is
he has a total of 54 touchdowns.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think that.
Hold on, early. Yeah. He has a total of 54 touchdowns. He played a total of 100 games in his career. Started 87. But I will say, like, just kind of career numbers.
How many yards? 7,500 yards, something like that.
7,349.
But only like 4 of those seasons was he rushing over 1,000. And for a player like this with such a short longevity, he's gonna need those peak seasons to put him over the top, which is why like the TD conversation is not comparable because he just doesn't have that Terrell Davis like peak. Nick Chubb also, even in his best years, like we're giving him the grace by putting a caveat as a pure rusher, he was in the conversation for best. But overall, he was never consistently the consensus best running back because we had the Saquon,
what's Terrell Davis,
the King, we had the CMC. Like Chubb was always in the conversation, but no one like really considered him the best running back in the league.
Well, but what's Terrell Davis peak though? I'm gonna lie, like
late 90s. I mean, when I'm
gonna be real with you though. I think that like we were accustomed. You go look back in time, right? Guys like Gale Sayers and like guys like Marion Motley, they had very low stats, short careers, but I guess that time in that era, they were giving people like passes of like, hey, you did something great for a little bit, so we're going to give you a champion, give you a Hall of Fame nod. If that's the case, guy like Jamal Charles be in the Hall of Fame. Sean Alexander should be in the Hall of Fame. If y'all love Terrell Davis, y'all should love Sean Alexander. Unless you're saying the championship, unless we're just talking about the championship, then he separates right there because he has championships.
I can defend your Broncos today.
He has championships.
Early, you're wilding because
Sean Alexander won the best running back in the league for a couple years.
He was the best one probably a year.
Probably a year. It was
probably a year. He's literally probably a year. He was the best. But this is the
John Alexander probably the best back from like 02 to 06, bro. He's one of the best backs.
It's LaDainian Thomas.
Sean Alexander.
LT was literally playing football. So really speaking, he probably was never.
Maybe 2 years.
But Marshall was still in the league at the time. Like,
there
was multiple backs. Jamal Charles had a better year than him in 2003. What you talking about?
Wait, well, mine.
So Terrell Davis, was he the best back them years he played?
1,000%.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go have some fun.
Terrell Davis arguably has the best running back season ever.
No, don't lie. You ain't lie. No,
I lied. He was second best. My bad. And he was the second best. But this is why I say you're wild on the Hall of Fame part. Even though he literally played 4 years, I'm not gonna lie, gang. He's a 2-time All-Pro. He's an MVP. He's a 2,000-yard rusher, and he's a 3-time All-Pro in 4 years. So he will be an anomaly case for a Hall of Fame. That's why he made the Hall of Fame. That's
and
why
it took him 20-something years. Like,
in 4 years, he was a 3-time All-Pro first team. He won an MVP. He won Offensive Player of the Year twice. And he was literally the main catalyst why they won back-to-back Super Bowls.
Other than the championship for like 3 years, so was Sean Alexander. And 3 years span, he was the 3-time All-Pro, and he was the MVP.
Hey, hold on, early. And Trent, just to add for context, until Derrick Henry, he was the greatest. Yeah, he was the greatest like rusher of the football in the playoffs ever. And then on top of that, to the point, he has the most yards in the 16-game season plus playoffs in NFL history. Like, he had 2,500 rushing yards in one season and a Super Bowl MVP. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different kind of like standard that he got to at his peak. But to your point, that's why Gale Sayers got into D-Mac and Trent. They had these windows where they were just the best in the league, and everybody that played against them recognized them. And I think for some people, that's why it took forever, though, because you only had 4 or 5 years.
And Sean was good, but like,
he wasn't one of them ones, bro.
He was great. He was legitimately great in 04 and 05.
I think they should do with the baseball. NFL should do what baseball do. They should have a limit. If you ain't play for more than 10, baseball, if you ain't play for more than 10 seasons, you ain't making the Hall of Fame. And NFL, if you don't play for these 8 seasons, you shouldn't make the Hall of Fame. That's period. Unless you pass away and some shit like that.
There are Negro players in the Baseball Hall of Fame that don't play in there at all, by the way.
The problem with that is very simple. A baseball career is different from a basketball career, is different from a football career. The NFL is a not-for-long league for a reason. So especially when you're talking about
casual.
Especially when you talk about some of these positions in which their careers are very short, specifically the running back, your peak being 4 straight years of the production he had and 3 amazing all-pro first teams, plus the back-to-back Super Bowls, plus the MVP, plus the Super Bowl MVP. Those things stack on top of each other from an accolade standpoint, and that is what can put you into the Hall of Fame, even when it's so short. And so, from your standpoint, like, I understand the Sean Alexander thing. I think it's just not as impactful from that standpoint. And I've advocated for the fact that I think Jamal Charles is a Hall of Fame.
Can we argue that he was the top 2 back though, at least for them 3 years?
Sean Alexander,
yeah, because Terrell Davis was never better than Barry Sanders in them years that he was peaking. In them years,
that's why. Which I agree.
I think Barry Sanders is also considered mostly like the best running back of all time. So I mean,
we're talking about also era of Marshall Faulk, also era of Emmitt Smith, also era of Jerome Bettis. Like, those are Hall of Fame backs.
What?
I'm just saying. I'm just naming Hall of Fame backs, bro. Why you doing that?
I know, but at some point early, I do mean this. You do have to watch these players play, because I think there's a difference in a player accumulating numbers, but when you actually watch them play, you see the special. There are some players.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just not.
I know. Early 2 seconds. Take a breath. I'm saying there are players in the NBA, in MLB, in the NFL where you watch them play, you see special immediately, and every time they touch the ball, it's special. Todd Gurley is a definition of a dude. He has numbers that are getting dwarfed by Jerome Bettis now. Todd Gurley was better than Jerome Bettis. Not even a question.
And that's cool about skill set. But a guy that played 3 good years shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Give a fuck what he did.
Why?
Period.
It's not which one of them has 3? Which one of them has 3 good years? Which one of them just has 3?
About Terrell Davis. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Give him Super Bowls or not. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
You're including the.
Wait, time out.
He could be in the Ring of Honor for Denver. He should make the Hall of Fame.
Hold on. But this is the thing. There's no point in arguing this further. If you think that his career is too short, then that's cool. Point blank period.
That's it.
That's just going to be an agree to disagree point. There's no way to go from that. We don't have to drag this out. You just think it's too short. That's fine. There's no reason to continue.
I just think it should be on the fault. And again, no one shit on Terrell Davis' skill. We know how great of a back he was. You had 3 good years, bro. You shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. It's not fair.
But you wanted.
I don't know. Maybe.
The reason why we still talking about it, the reason why we still talking about it right now, because hold on, he's minimizing the 3 years he did it for. That's the problem.
I don't care what 3 years you did it for. You should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're minimizing what he did. That's the problem.
Bro, no wait, and just for context, they went to the AFC Championship, won the Super Bowl, MVP, 2-time All-Pro, and greatest running back ever.
That's what I'm saying. He's minimizing.
I know, but that's like nuts.
I know, it's insane.
It ain't nuts. You should be in the Hall of Fame.
No one else did that.
Move on.
It's not long enough, and that's fine for him.
No, but he had a 35-year-old quarterback that he was carrying through the playoffs.
Just move on. Oh, now.
But that 35-year-old quarterback is also a Hall of Famer.
If you put the argument in a vacuum, I'm like, okay, too short. maybe I can understand that.
That's all it is. Too short.
No. Does this logic carry over to quarterback position, or is this?
Yeah, I think if we cleaned up the Hall of Fame, there's a lot of guys, even guys I love. Get them out of there. Like, let's clean it up and make it better.
No, I mean,
Troy Aikman, get him out of there. Like, it's certain people that like, get him out of there, bro. Get out of here. You're not supposed to be here.
If a player has three of the greatest seasons of all time for a position, you would. If
Alexander had 20-some touchdowns.
Wait, early.
27.
And I'm gonna make this a Mahomes point. If in a 3-year stretch from like 21 to 23, and that's
if he had 18 to 21, Riddell, he's in. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Any 3-year stretch where you go crazy.
1,000%.
You would put him in, right? You would put him in.
Mahomes,
if he just played from 18 to 22.
No, stop. No, D-Man.
18 to 23. No.
D-Man, just go ahead. You can
unless something happened to him.
Trent, stop. I got it. D-Mac, you can kick your feet up. I got it. If 2018, 2019, 2020 happened for Mahomes, and he decided to walk away from football after that, I'm telling you right now, open up your ears. He would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's not right.
First ballot. He literally destroyed football for 3 seasons and became he had the best 3-year run of any quarterback ever, and then went to the playoffs.
Cat, what would this pod be if I didn't debate? We would just be a bunch of people agreeing with each other. No, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Stop cutting people off.
So
he went to the playoffs, D-Mac, and was hooping. I'm talking about like as soon as he touched pay dirt in the playoffs. D-Mac, what is he talking about?
But look, I don't have any desire to argue this further because his point is it's too short and there's no changes.
I just don't believe him. That's my problem. I don't believe him. I think he's yapping. This logic doesn't make sense. That's why it's triggering me.
Nobody. Not nobody.
Look, I do want to bring it back. Shout out to Nick Chubb, man. Not going to get his flowers, but it's important for the people that did watch him play should give him his flowers.
Even if JJ Watt plays from 2012 to 2015, every year he was first team All Pro. Wow. 3 of them years he was DPOY.
Yeah, right.
About to say he deserved all of Fame.
He should have been the Hall of Fame for 4 years.
That's insane.
That's why I said.
Hey, let's talk about Sean Alexander's former team, the Seattle Seahawks. Or can they repeat? Next segment. We gotta go on.
Wake it up in here.
What I'm hearing is that Aaron Donald from 2015 to 18 is not good enough, bro. Like, or the years you won 3 DPOYs in 4 years. If that was just your career, that's not good enough. JJ Watt, brother, you literally were the best player in football from 2014 to 16. And then on top of it, I'm talking about football player. And then you was playing offense. And then you were moving across the offensive line. And then you were getting 20 sacks a year. And you was DPOY. It's not enough time. It's not enough time. Exactly.
So if he only played from 11 to 15,
I do have a
Hall
question.
of Famer. If he never down to football, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
You said who?
From 11 to 15, JJ Watt. And when he played from 11 to 15,
yes.
He's the first Hall of Famer.
He is, bro.
Facts.
Okay, hold on. Watch this. Hold on. This is the last question I ask. Take out the last 3 years of Luke Kuechly. From what was he got?
No.
12? No, just from 12 to what? 12 to 16, 12 to 15. That career, Luke Kuechly. Is he Hall of Famer? Yes or no?
No.
No to early. Is he Hall of Fame? Yes or no?
Hey, when it comes to Panthers players.
Yeah, exactly. See, we got
there we go.
Hey, come on now.
Right.
Now he might not should have been.
I do have a question. This is back to the topic because it's still Browns related since we're talking about the Browns and Shedeur Sanders in particular. Why? So at some point, I'm genuinely curious on why they just won't put their stocks in Shedeur because they blame Kevin Stefanski for Shedeur not getting the burn in his first run. But now they're seriously considering putting back into Deshaun despite everything that is going on. And Shedeur clearly outplaying him in the preseason training camp. Do you think there's something else going on regarding the Shedeur thing?
Yeah, you know what else is going on? The contract that he got.
It's the owner and the money that he's getting.
Like that contract.
That's the only thing. I would start the Shedeur because I think Deshaun is done. I think he's mentally done with it. I think, cause I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that having your ACL, telling your ACL and a whole stadium cheering for you, it's gonna fuck you up.
Achilles. It was Achilles.
Yeah, turn your Achilles like that, and then the whole stadium cheering for you, it's gonna fuck you up.
They were booing him. They were still booing him.
Like I think he done, bro. Like, but no, I think the only reason.
But that is not why. Y'all know that, right?
Well, it's what I'm saying. We know
it's
why.
part of why, though.
It's not why. We know why.
You celebrate his downfall because of the human being that he is.
And then plus two, but also
too, quarterback
if he wasn't this trash as he is right now, they wouldn't be booing him like that either.
Because they was defending him when they traded for him.
He sucks. Plus the shit that he had on going before he got to Cleveland, and then he got hurt. So like that just it's all.
I mean, there will still be people who don't like there are still people who don't like Chris Brown. He's made hit records.
Yeah,
after,
but
some people stand on that regardless.
That is true, yes. But at the end of the day, there was a very loud majority of that fan base that was defending the trade when it initially happened because they thought they were finally getting a superstar.
So we believe if Deshaun Watson was putting up Josh Allen seasons,
yes, they would have been.
I think they would cheer him.
It would be just like
they would not give a damn.
Hey, early, you
brought up Kobe Bryant. You got it. You got it. Kobe Bryant.
Early, you brought up Chris Brown.
They still cheer for Brett Favre.
Look, you brought up Chris Brown. Chris Brown dropped fame. A lot of that hate. It toned down a little bit because like nigga dropping classic out.
You're right. Oh, Gunner. When Gunner got out, he dropped. He dropped after you mean, and we was like, all right, wait a minute, we forgot.
If Deshaun Watson,
it's been
if Deshaun Watson,
since that happened.
if Deshaun Watson was putting up,
still is that person.
His Houston, Texas numbers on the Browns.
I agree.
He would be getting
33-7, 40 somebody else.
He would people still wouldn't like him, but it would definitely not, bro. I promise you. If he was playing as good, him tearing his Achilles last year, the whole stadium cheering, it just never happened. Never happened.
And so that part of it, I want to put aside just for the standpoint of what the moment that we're in now, because when he goes up there in that press conference, I am somebody that is very sensitive to the aspect of carrying yourself like a quarterback, because a lot of that stuff gets thrown at as far as black quarterbacks are concerned, along racial lines about how a quarterback is supposed to look, how a quarterback is supposed to act, how a quarterback's supposed to speak, et cetera, et cetera.
Hey, real quick, do we have the clip? What did he say?
I don't know if Separate wants to try and find it. Okay. But there was nothing about that press conference that told me that you should be out there leading a team. And there's no aspect of which I want you in the huddle telling these young guys what they need to be doing and when they need to be doing it. I just can't put you in front of the team and say, I trust you with that very important aspect of it. And I say that as somebody that, again, the Browns have a lot of young talent that can be very, very fruitful for them if they do the right things around this young talent. You can't put that guy out there to command the quarterback position. And this is not me saying that Shedeur Sanders looks great. I think he looks better than Deshaun Watson. I'm not saying that Shedeur Sanders was good last year. He was the worst quarterback not named Dalen Gabriel that played last year. But at the very least, it seems like people in that locker room like Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders appears to have his head screwed on straight and is continuing to move about this quarterback battle in the right way, shape, and form. I haven't seen anything bad from him on that standpoint. It doesn't make sense that you would go away from that aspect right now. It just doesn't that you would go and put Deshaun Watson back out there. So
he never was a good leader though, D-Mac. Like even in Houston,
Kenny was about to say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and it doesn't help that Deshaun Watson is also bad for business. Like he's bad for business and he's bad for the brand. At least with Shedeur Sanders, we all know that fans bought his jersey just like that. People at this point are just buying tickets just so they can have a chance to boo Deshaun Watson if and when he gets to start. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like they are leaning towards Deshaun Watson, and I can't for the life of me understand why. I understand that there's money at stake here, but you're going to eat the $40 million anyways. So just sit him down. There's no point in starting him.
I agree, and they should have moved off him like the Broncos moved off of Russell Wilson. To be honest,
I said that a couple weeks ago. Just paid him his money to leave. Bye.
The general premise behind the press conference is he was talking about how when him and the fans, like there's a breakup very clearly, and how he was upset that they were cheering when he got his Achilles tore. They cheer when he's bad, and he basically said that when he's playing in Cleveland, when they were talking about the starting spot, he said when he's playing in Cleveland at home, I mean, it's just like an away game. So there's clearly a disconnect between Deshaun, Cleveland, the fans, and the team. This guy doesn't want to be there. He doesn't like the fans. The fans don't like him. We're just wasting everybody's time at this point.
But it's also
you have to retire.
It's also a very clear. Once he's done in Cleveland, his career is over.
Yeah, over.
And I think for a lot of this is, they had extension talks apparently, by the way,
cool,
a few months ago. So just talks, just talks around what a possible extension would look like. So this is, I don't want to talk about it right now because we got to get to the Seattle Seahawks. But I think that this situation definitely needs to boil over and early. We'll move on here because there's actually a good team that actually is playing really well. That has a Hard Knocks series on. I hope everybody's watching it right now. It's probably one of my favorite Hard Knocks I've ever seen. The team is phenomenal. They have talent from top to bottom. Mike Macdonald is 39 years old leading this franchise. Sam Darnold, Shedeur Price, the defense is loaded. Witherspoon just became early this week, last week, the highest paid corner in NFL history, making $33 million a year. And they have, obviously, JSN. If you haven't seen last episode, you want to talk about glaze, worthy glaze, though. JSN got a lot of glaze on the last Hard Knocks. This team, for me, feels like a very complete roster. I think the Rams and Denver are probably my three best all-around football teams in the NFL. But I think that team in Seattle fans, they can be proud of that team. They're ran by good leadership. John Snyder's amazing. They have a great head coach, McDonald. They got a very solid quarterback. They're going to have another good running game this year. Their receiving core is good. Their defense is stacked. Their DBs are stacked. Their linebackers are good. Y'all, is that are they the clear? Well, are they the favorites to repeat to you?
No.
This year?
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
No.
Just being blunt.
Because I think in terms of the playoffs, in terms of teams that are going to be contending as the NFL for the NFC, there are teams that have gotten overall better. I think the Panthers have gotten better. The Cowboys have gotten better. The Rams have obviously gotten better. There are so many teams that have gotten better to the point where the playoffs for the NFC, it's going to be a lot harder. They're not going to just, escape through like they did last year. It's not going to be as easy as it was. So no, they're not going to repeat. I think their division around exits, in my opinion. But we just have to
the Rams, they beat the Rams. And they were a better team last year. The Rams have got significantly better. And the Seattle, even though it's not much, they're worse than what they were. Y'all barely beat them with the team they had last year. I promise you face the Rams in the playoffs, they're getting blown out. They lose by at least 10.
Well, I don't think they're going to get blown out, but
they lose by 10 to 14 points.
That defense won't let them get blown out.
Yeah, that defense is still too good.
I think they'll be competing. That's what I'm saying, like what Cooper said.
And I think
good, but
I think the Seahawks are going to have themselves another great defense. I think that's what Mike Mack knows how to do as far as that, and they still got the pieces to do so. Yep. I think that you can have some real question marks about now Kubiak has moved on. What the offensive game design looks like. Do you lose a little bit as far as the advantage that he brought to the offensive coordinator position? Obviously, Sam Darnold was a solid middle-of-the-pack quarterback last year. I expect him to kind of maintain that level of play. But again, if you're losing a little bit of the offensive coordinator position, Kenneth Walker to Shedeur Price, a guy that I really like as far as Price is concerned, slight step down at the very least, if not a moderate step down as far as the running back position is concerned. Where are you getting better on the offensive side of the ball to maintain that level in which you can defend your title? I think that's where you run into a problem about saying, can they repeat?
Do we think the defense is better this year than it was last year?
You could argue now. Boye Mafe's
and literally the Rams were scoring hand and foot. They were going back and forth, hand and foot.
But
the Rams couldn't make a stop on defense. If the Rams can now make a stop on defense, it's a blowout. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a blowout. If Myles Garrett and Trent McDuffie, who they're supposed to be, it's a blowout.
I understand the inclination to say that. That's just usually not how these things work in football.
That's not how football works, bro.
The Rams are literally a buff punt away from beating them, dog.
Yeah,
that game was what was that score? What was that in the score?
Early, I agree.
Okay, but Matthew Stafford also had an outlier year for what he's done in the last 4 seasons. So for doing that, is he going to repeat his success this year? No,
why not?
He did.
Yes, the team is actually better now. Y'all expected Seattle to be a good team when they're worse than what they were. When the Rams got better.
If he doesn't repeat what he just did last year.
But he's also 38. I mean, your body can
He just won MVP at 37, Swiper.
I know, but I'm saying, but this is the thing. Usually, it happens out of nowhere with QB. He's already been dealing with back injuries going into last season. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
It could happen though. It is on the table. That is,
for hypotheticals, when you get this age, your body literally can just have stuff happen. Early, you should know. You're 39. When you get to this age, you start getting nicked up. Your joints stop working like you
I'm
thought they were. Plantar fasciitis.
That's funny.
What I will say is this: for me, the way I'm looking at Seattle, I think that they are still easily the second best team in that division. I'm lower on the 49ers. I think other people may end up being from that standpoint.
Their DB room.
Man, Matt threw for almost 400 yards and 3 TDs on them boys last year.
Yeah, I have a lot of concerns. Their offensive line feels shaky to me. They're having so many injuries with their weapons, especially because of how old their weapons are. And then again,
how much is
real holes.
The Niners had 9 catches for 165 yards against them boys last year.
No, it was a close game. But when it comes down to the when it comes down to the Seahawks, though, I think the underlying point is they still got the system, the structure, the stability, and as well as their core pieces are still there. So yes, they lost some pieces, but they can kind of switch them around and mitigate their value.
They lost their second quarter and their running back. Those are important pieces.
We're talking defense. We're talking defense. If we're talking offense, that's where I'm like, I do think there's a question mark on will they be able to repeat JSN having one of the best wide receiver seasons of all time. Their running game is going to be a question mark with a rookie running back and a new offensive coordinator who does focus on the run. But will we get that same level of production? Arguably more so, since they may rely on it more. And they are having some wide receiver injuries right now. That is,
I know Jake Bobo was out for the season.
And then Horton, I think, just got hurt as well.
He got hurt too. He got banged up too. This is where you try and find the margins in which you try and get a little bit better. Rashid Shaheed for a full season. Can we replace some of that explosiveness that it is basically impossible for JSN to repeat? Can we find some explosiveness more here? Can a guy like Elijah Arroyo, who took last year out of Miami, did not necessarily do a lot for you, but can he all of a sudden take another jump to be a different?
Who's the second receiver over there?
It's
who's number 2 receiver?
I'm guessing Shaheed.
Yeah, I mean,
come on, man. Not to mention, Kenneth Walker didn't have the greatest season. Like, he had the playoffs, he went crazy, but his regular season was real chill. It wasn't crazy. I think he went for 1,000 yards and like 60 TDs. It wasn't crazy.
Right, and him and Sharps were able to be an effective deal. So it's just, can you get some wins on the margins there with a guy like Arroyo, a full season of Shaheed? Can Torrey Horton, if he's healthy, step up and be better than necessarily anything that you had as far as the fourth wide receiver last year? So those are the things that you're going to be looking to try and see these guys get better at, and then maybe you get a little bit into your offensive line improvents. It's just
and Sam Darnold has to be better, because we can admit that. Although they went to Super Bowl last year, did he lead the league in picks, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, 20 turnovers. I think it was just total turnovers.
Even with that, you have a worse offense. You have your offense coordinator is gone. Your running back core is still a question mark. Your receiving core, other than JSN, is a question mark. It could get kind of crazy over there. Like, it could be. And again, they peaked so high last year. They won the Super Bowl. They could have a bad. I said the same thing about the Patriots. We do it with the Pats. Both the teams who made the Super Bowl last year, because they peaked so high, if they go 10, 11 games, that's probably a low season for them.
Well, yeah. So let me say this. What I was going to get to was just, I think that the Rams deserve to be kind of on their own tier right now as far as the NFC is concerned. I would more so put the Seattle Seahawks not necessarily in that tier. I would put them more in the tier of the Phillies, the Cowboys, the Lions, Packers, kind of that aspect as far as those second tier contenders in the NFC.
Below that.
Yeah, I'm hedging just because I think when they're healthy, they could be in that when we get down the stretch, if they're in position.
The Niners are way below that too.
Well, that's why I don't have the Niners there. I don't have the Niners there. I don't have the Bucks there. I specifically don't have the Bears there because their defense scares the shit out of me right now, and I don't think that they can have a Micah Parsons or Aiden Hutchinson try and keep them.
That defense is garbage.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. That's how I kind of tear out the NFC, and that's why I would have the Seahawks still there as far as in that conversation, but just I wouldn't necessarily put them on top tier because I think the Rams are just up there right now.
Yeah, and if we're having question marks regarding quarterback, we're talking about Stafford. I think we should have question marks regarding Sam Darnold, because at the end of the day, the Minnesota Vikings obviously went crazy, but he had the weapons and he had one of the greatest offensive minds in the NFL in Kevin O'Connell. And then last year, JSN obviously had the amazing season, and Clint Kubiak is also one of the better minds and offensive minds in the NFL as well. So you had very good offensive gurus who could come up and scheme a really good passing game. I don't know about this offensive coordinator because this guy came from the 49ers and he was a running back and tight ends coach. So it doesn't seem like they're going to have that passing game genius moving forward for this team. So are you going to trust Sam Darnold to uplift this team with his own capabilities? I think he needs structure.
And we got to see a second season out of JSN. We got to see what it looks like when defenses are keened on him. We're going to respect you like the number one that you are. I'm just being honest. We're going to respect you like the number one you are.
You saw that last year. Once DK
what difference is that going to make? You still can't cover me.
So,
and then, like I said, it's not going to be a good trio.
It's going to be very difficult to repeat that level of efficiency, no doubt about it, early. But I don't have any questions about JSN.
But yeah, he's going to have 1,500 yards this year if he plays.
Do we think JSN is Jettis and Chase status?
No.
As far as
I have him a half tier below those guys.
You could put him in potentially like Puka.
He's in the Puka, CD Lamb.
If you want to put CD Lamb in there, CD Lamb, Puka.
Yeah. Puka's really good though. I mean,
Puka's awesome.
I agree.
At some point, when you like scheming for receivers, though, unless you got I'm talking about like a hellacious rush and coverage unit, or just like a hellacious corner,
like the Denver Broncos.
But even then, right? Like if you don't, you have to have a very specific scheme to limit like receivers that are connected to above average quarterback play plus above average offensive structure plus an above average offensive line. That's hot.
So would you say maybe Trent McDuffie and Myles Garrett and maybe Aaron Donald? Maybe that would be good enough?
You can have that, and that may not even be good enough because he hooped on Houston last year. Like he didn't have JSN had over 100 versus Houston too. So it's like some of these guys are just so dominant. They're going to get theirs, and you just got to hope you got to limit everybody else.
Was Stingley covering him when he played in Houston?
I saw him.
It's probably Petrie, Stingley, it's probably all of them.
There ain't no easy matchup.
Stingley might be a little fraudulent. You seen the shame?
No, but Stingley's a gambler though. Like I'm on this with Stingley. I still think Stingley better than Gonzo. I just watched Stingley get cooked by JSN the other day, watching some of this stuff from last. But it's like, bro, Stingley is he is. He's in the tier of a better Marcus Peters, the Diggs, like those players that are going to give up some plays because they're going to take all these opportunities. I don't love those corners as much, but he's elite at it. And I think some of this is
he's the better decision maker. He's the Darrelle Revis of Asante Samuels. Wait,
who we talking about?
Stingley.
He's the Darrelle Revis of Asante Samuels.
He is
I fuck with it.
He is the best top level version of a guy that is more of a gambler, but still brings you more than enough high level.
Stingley give up yards, but he don't give up like that. Like he don't have.
I think we need to watch the film on Namdi. Namdi was not.
But I can think of plays off top of my head versus Butte, Sutton, JSN, and then a game last year versus Puka and them, where it's nasty when he gets beat. But it's like that's only going to happen, but so often.
And before Mike got hurt in that Bucs game.
But if you're a defense, wouldn't you want
Stingley no. Mike
to
was
be
I was at that game. He was trying to go ahead, Riddell.
If you're the Texans and you got the defensive line that you have now, adding in Caden, who's freaking a demon too, you kind of want Stingley to gamble and play make as much as possible. Like you got that benefit. I don't mind Stingley in this defense in particular doing what he got to do because it's working. It's working.
And again, you got Daniil Hunter and Anderson, and then you picked up Jadeveon Clowney now. So like it could be
the Texans are a defense that does exactly what they do across the board as far as that's concerned. And because they are so solid and athletic and fast at it, then that's where you get the playmaking aspect. So like you have just solid across the board, 11, obviously you can go 12, 13 deep into their defense and play very well at the high level. Petrie's solid. We know how good Kamara is back there. Obviously, I'm a guy that's high on Bullock as far as the back end is concerned.
Yep.
We know how good the defensive line is. So if you've got a guy that gambles every once in a while but can create those turnovers, that's exactly what you want because of how level Stingley is outside of that. That he fits into the defense because he brings that extra dimension that maybe the other guys don't because of how good they are down to down.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, Jason is one of them dudes that like he's not in the AB bill because but he's similar. Like AB had that footwork and that quickness that just made it like it just didn't matter. JSN is like kind of a poor man's AB in that. Like his footwork is just incredible. And when you have to deal with those receivers that are that fast, and one thing that they said on Hard Knocks, which I know like some of us aren't watching Hard Knocks, we're not tapped into football like that. There were specific things that were said about him in the series where they said that he plays. Go ahead, Trent.
No, I was gonna because like you keep bringing because this is okay. This is like a Hard Knocks conversation. Just like for me personally, Seattle being on the hard. I never want to me Hard Knocks is watch. I don't want to have the best team.
What?
Bro, I don't want to have the Super Bowl reigning team to be my
when's the last time they did that?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it all.
Okay, but I ain't here to talk about what y'all don't like.
Let's be real, Spider. When I tap my HBO Max, Landers is on, Rick and Morty is there. It's too many shows.
I'm gonna land my plane because I don't care if y'all like mustard or ketchup.
One of the best. I'm not watching
the show. The show has been really good and informative. And so what I was saying is one of the things that they were talking about with him is Sam Darnold and OC. JSN plays at the same level on every route. So he never breaks his leverage point. And when you're a receiver and you're that gifted and you literally are able to run at the same leverage point the entire time in your route, you don't know when the changeup is coming. And again, I don't know in here, as somebody who played defense, if you're dealing with that constantly and then you make it more difficult to me for you to anticipate, like, are you going out? Are you going in? Are you doing a stutter? Are you doing a double move? Like, are you doing a whip? Like, that makes it more difficult for me. And JSN does a great job of doing that versus the very best in the world, obviously. So he is a actual special talent. And I will say earlier,
he does that versus super high. Your guy?
Huh?
Did he do it versus your guy last year, or did they play that?
They haven't played. They haven't played.
We'll see it this year.
I think,
right? We will see.
Yeah, they play on a Thursday.
JSN. I was going to say JSN.
Go ahead. I was just going to say JSN for me. I have a different level of respect for JSN now, having watched more of his tape from last year, because I was also like you earlier. I don't think he's Jetta. I don't think he's Jamar. But then when I actually watched him play, I was like, man, bro, he ain't far off, bro. Like, he actually is legitimately a very talented player, and he's a technician as well. And I respect people that literally you just put in the work, and that's what he did. He's not like a super freak athlete. He just put in.
He does everything right. Yep.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the thing that I find to be the most interesting about JSN, and the way in which there was nobody in the National Football League that lies to defenders the way that he does. And in the way that he moves and sets up his routes and is able to get defenders to think he's going one way and go the opposite, it's the best in the National Football League. And that's a superpower. To your point, Justin Jefferson is a guy that moves differently than pretty much everybody else that is around, and that is his superpower, in addition to obviously being great at the other wide receiver stuff. Jamar Chase is a guy that is just insanely explosive in what is a very compact body, but he is just exceptional from that standpoint. JSN being able to master the technical ability to just make defenders think he's going the opposite way is special. And I agree with you. That's something that you got to go and watch a bunch of his routes in succession. Just be like, every single DB that he's going up against thinks he's doing the opposite of what he actually is. And I think that's the thing that ultimately it informs me of how great that he certainly is as a wide receiver. And that was something, to your point early, and that's why I brought it up immediately. After DK was traded, it's like, okay, now you're going to get every team's best. You're going to get that number one attention. Let's see what you can do when you're doing that. And I'm watching the tape. I'm like, holy shit, he's got no problems with it.
I think I've watched the film with JSN, so I think the Knicks, the boy, damn near Marvin Harrison. Like, his ability to get open, his ability to stack, his release off the press. Like, he's a damn good receiver. My only thing is that Sam Darnold's still your quarterback, and not saying I'm wrong with Sam, but I'm just saying that, like, a lot of time we know the quarterback play can either make you or break you. If certain coverages he has this year, a lot of things work.
It's not the same thing, though.
It's not the same thing.
Because I want to be clear about this, because I think we do this overview thing too much, and I don't particularly like that about when we talk about sports. We're talking about individual things. Matthew Stafford is an incredible quarterback. We all agree with that. No, there's no question. That Carolina game that they should have lost.
He was dog shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he had a level, he had a floor in the playoffs that you could have cost his team.
But
even worse. They should have lost.
I just think that from Early's perspective, I don't think he's not talking about playoffs. I think majority he's talking about the regular season, because I think that's what he's talking about. Just for
but even Sam
Yeah, I'm just saying for a whole 17 game basis. For what all Matthew Stafford is doing, and he's coming off the MVP season. For him to
no, I think this is what
I'm saying. To me, just how it is, it's going to be very, very, very fucking hard.
I hear you, but I think the issue that we're running into is that I'm not just talking.
I was saying, I also think Sam Darnold should get more of his respect though.
No, for sure, but I
don't think we should be saying another year Darnold. I ain't gonna lie, it's been 3 years at this point, or 2 years. So
right,
yeah.
And I think just to finish this thought, the issue is that when you play versus players, they play versus schemes. Every team is an individual scheme. There are things that Matthew struggles with that you can throw at him. I think that the Seahawks, with more tape on him, have the ability to address. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to do it because he still has the ability to throw through. I can throw through your coverages. That's how talented he is. Sam has also shown the ability to throw through coverages as well. Now, the problem is Sam doesn't have the same level of consistency or top-end talent. But, again, I don't love Sam. But one thing, again, I try to give people credit for, they were talking about in the Hard Knocks series, his spiral. I don't know if you saw that, D-Mac. And they're basically saying how important it is, for cutting through defenses or weather. And when you have a quarterback that has the ability to deliver precise, accurate passes through disadvantageous situations, that also helps you against certain schemes and helps you fit in certain windows. Now, I don't think he played well at the playoffs last year. I think he wasn't good versus 49ers. He was very good versus the Rams. And then he was fine.
He was fine.
Whatever. Versus the Patriots. They didn't need him. They just didn't need him.
But I do say that the fact that he did step up versus the Rams is why I do give him credit, because that was, in my personal opinion, the best team that they faced the entirety of the season.
But the defense was...
I'm about to say, thank you, Riddell. Go ahead.
Was not good, especially the secondary. The secondary of the Rams, which is why they invested so highly on the secondary in the first place, because it just wasn't good. No, I'll give Darnold credit, but the point is that biggest deficiency is now drastically improved.
And
then we added Myles Garrett.
That's fair for the repeat conversation. I'm just saying, just in the context of last year, I think the Rams still had a solid defense. They had a clear weakness in the secondary that you could take advantage of. I'm not going to take that away. 100% accurate. But there were still things that they were challenging to do that I think Sam Darnold came through and showed with a really, really, really good game to be able to get them over the hump there. And that's why I do give him credit for that.
Let me ask you,
put up numbers on the Rams all season.
No, and Sam Darnold does.
Well, not the first. He threw 5 picks or something in the first game, not the first one.
Yeah.
Shout out. And Sam Darnold, the reason why I kind of brought up the offensive coordinator point, because I'm looking at some of these plays and JSN, I agree with you. His route running is so smooth, you can really never tell where he's going. But I also have to give a lot of credit to how Clint Kubiak is always putting him in a position to optimize the spacing of the defense and how they're playing against them, as well as throwing in some motion disguises to ensure that he's able to kind of take advantage of the weakest link. So the JSN was truly being optimized under Clint Kubiak in every sense of the word. That's just not going to be, unless I'm completely undervaluing a running back and tight ends coach.
He's coming from the Shanahan tree though. So typically what that means is optimizing space, play action, zone running scheme. That a zone running scheme and play action typically lends itself to efficiency for the receivers. Now, they have to do the job, Riddell. But just for Sean McVay also comes from that same tree. And that's what they run with the Rams. So I think they're going to try to build in a similar offense to basically you try to divide and conquer at the offensive line. But then at this point, now everything at the back end is levels. If we're creating levels for JSN with Cooper Kupp and Rashid, that's still going to be phenomenal.
But it depends on what he was paying attention to. And I go back to the fact that he was paying attention to how the running backs were being used, which I understand because now they have a new running back and they want to really stamp a running back floor as well as tight end coach, which is two very important positions for the 49ers in particular. So give credit for sure. The running back room and how they're able to utilize them, tight end room, shout out. We're talking receivers. And if we're talking about the 49ers receivers, there wasn't a lot, to be fair. But now we're expecting him to optimize JSN in particular. So I just don't know if he's going to be able to do that as well as
if he declines a little bit, it wouldn't be a surprise. That's all. He still might be.
Let me ask you this: Do y'all, I guess, for comparatively, do y'all expect a bigger boost from Mike Evans with the Shanahan offense this year? And then, or do you expect a fall or a drop, or more of a drop from JSN and his new offensive scheme? Because I guess I'm trying to figure out, Evans is going to a premium scheme for receivers.
Yeah, but he's 33 years old, so that's not fair because his ability isn't the same as it used to be. That's the
thing. No, I know, but that's what I'm
saying. It's so hard to answer that question.
Because I'm more so talking about scheme dependency. Because even if Mike Evans
there's still so many heads in San Fran.
Because a drop off for JSN is going to be 15.
What do you mean by drop? You talking about just from a production standpoint?
Well, it seems like some people are anticipating that he is going to have a worse production season, and I'm saying if you go
which is normal.
What was that? What was he at last year?
He was at 1780.
Is it 1790?
Yeah.
Okay, 800 receiving yards.
I think JSN this year is going to be around 14.
And doing
14.
Yeah, which is it's a drop off, but
the fact that he did it on
really
120 catches as well.
I know, but the communication I'm saying up here seems to be that there's going to be some level of noticeable change as opposed to what I'm agreeing with you, Trent. I think the yardage will be different. I don't actually think that he's going to be
we ain't talking about his ability. We know what he is. We're talking about just the productivity will probably drop a little bit because of the situation. That's all.
Once these highly touted prospects get going, it's hard for them unless injury happens that they just go from they start peaking and then they just I think that
or the quarterback play is just horrendous.
And again, when we talk about Mike Evans, he's just older. Now, baby Mike Evans, Drake London went to the 49ers in his prime the way he is now. So that might be a 1,500 yard, 600 yard receiver.
But because the reality is when we compare this to other top receivers, and I'm still expecting JSN to be amazing. I'm not going to bring him off the field. I'm bring him down in terms of ranking, but he's unfortunately in a situation where he's going to have to go into a different offensive system and offensive scheme with a quarterback that, of course, has good talent, but we don't know if he can uplift beyond the scheme like a Joe Burrow, for example, on the Bengals.
We've seen
even if the offense is not good, you guarantee Joe Burrow and you guarantee that Jamar Chase is going to do what they got to do. Sean McVay,
we've seen receivers have a drop off production-wise because the route tree changed. When you think about the Bears, the route tree changed from what DJ Moore and them were running, from a year-to-year basis. We've seen it off of that. When you change an entire coordinator, that can definitely hurt your production. He's still Jansen. He ain't gonna lose his ability, but your production can probably hurt.
But do y'all realize he's going into year 4 right now at 24?
That's what that's what I'm saying. I think even though
Max, he got 2 more years left on this deal.
That's what
he's elite. He's elite.
And that is the scary thing. In theory, he's only going to get better, and he's already, in my opinion, the best deceptive route running in the National Football League. So, I didn't expect, because I liked him. I liked him a lot coming out of college. Obviously, he had the breakout game in Rose Bowl versus Utah, and we saw him play very well for Ohio State. Comes with a certain pedigree, and I thought that he played very well in that year next to DK Metcalf. And it's all right, well, let's see, can you make that jump when you get the number 1 attention? And boy, he blew that out of the water.
But even while we doing that, D-Mac, Puka's also going to year 4, and he's been super productive every damn year since his rookie year.
Yeah,
never been a big year.
Two young productive receivers.
And Puka has been, in a lot of respects, in a better circumstance from that standpoint. And so there is an aspect of, okay, well, what is it going to look like maybe outside of those circumstances? And we'll see if that gets challenged, of course, in the future. But no, you're talking about 2 great young wide receivers as far as Jason and Puka are concerned. No doubt about it. They're different, very different in their styles. But I think that's kind of what's fun at the watch.
I'm just hoping another Ohio State receiver in that division flourishes this year. I'm just praying on that. That's all.
Yeah, same.
Shout out Marvin. The core.
If we don't see it, then we can bring him to Kansas City. We can make that happen.
Oh, for sure. Hey, what's locked in?
Riddell, you are a Giants fan. Odell is cooking right now. Your name's Matt. Talk about that. Riddell or Odell? Talk about how great Odell has been. Golly. I've never seen a guy be a Giants fan slide over to Mahomes' house so much, man. Damn. Them plane tickets to Kansas City got cost a lot of money, don't they? Frequent flyer miles.
I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. From all the years I know you glazing random quarterbacks out of nowhere. Just
hey, my team has been bad, Riddell. I gotta go look around.
Okay? What is my team? What are you talking about?
You have a historic franchise. I have the
Oh, my
Panthers.
goodness.
My
I've been
team has
struggling.
been bad. I gotta look around. It's hilarious.
I look around.
I guess the core point that I'm going. This is my core concern regarding this team is if Brian Fleury, I think that's his name, is as bad as Kevin Petula. What is the expectation?
Well, okay, hold on. That's a generational dog shit OC. That
Generational dog shit OC.
that changes.
All right. Can I bring up Brian Johnson?
Even then.
Wait, what's the last time somebody left the Shanahan tree was bad?
I don't remember.
I'd have to look.
But no, I'm saying even with somebody like Brian Johnson,
We talking about the father Shanahan, right?
Even somebody
Riddell,
even somebody like Brian Johnson who wasn't good. AJ Brown still had literally his best year or second best year in that. He had like 6 games straight going for 130 straight yards on
I was just more so Jalen Brown.
I think
you know saying, why are you why you want to just like you can go from a good OC to why can't it just be mid? Like he can be
if this was a guy that just didn't have any type of experience with this system, I don't expect that. I think that you'll get a step down. It won't be a significant step down, but it will be a step down from where you're at with
of course.
Seattle fans about to be disappointed, man.
This is a guy that's worked with Kyle for as long as he had, came to Kubiak last year. I don't expect it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, bro, he went from what's his name? Bro said, let's go from Kubiak to Kevin Petula. Good God.
That is.
Yeah, that means it's bad.
It's possible.
Kevin Petula was one of the worst OC last year, and he coached for the Eagles. That's terrible. It's literally terrible.
I mean, he got one of the worst quarterbacks too.
Just think of like a mid OC then. I don't know. I'd have to think of an example. But you never know. It could be. I'm just a structure matters is the point.
It does. 100% it matters. It absolutely does. But and this is the thing about it. What you saw last year, and I keep harping on it, the explosive efficiency from JSN was historic. Again, damn near 1,800 yards on less than 120 catches is insane.
I found an OC. I'm sorry, D-Mac. Bobby Slovic.
Ooh. Yeah,
I think it'll be better than
Bobby. Better bad one.
That's a name.
Better than Bobby, but it's a fair thing because he also came from the Kyle Shanahan tree.
He came from the Kyle Shanahan tree, and it worked the first year. And then after that, everybody now thinks CJ Stroud sucked.
But I think that says more about what happened around the roster more so than Bobby specifically. But
yeah, but he didn't know how to adjust. He didn't know how to adjust it to make sure that like CJ wasn't always taking sacks. That he did not know how to adjust that offense at all.
Yeah, give him maybe give him shorter throwing routes.
Right, exactly.
Roll him out a little bit, put him in shotgun. Something like that.
I don't know if you can adjust to how bad that Texas offensive line was that second year.
I mean, yeah, you get the ball out of his hands faster, so he doesn't take sacks.
Hey, we talking about Bengals fans. You know about getting the ball out of your hands fast.
You can only do that.
It's a Bengals fan over here.
That's just me. But that aside. I think that you're going to see still maybe not as explosive, maybe not as efficient, but you're still going to see high level numbers from Jason specifically because he is that great of a wide receiver. So it's not going to be that historic level. I think that, they're going to Sam Darnold is going to have to pick up some of that slack as far as that is concerned as well. But I think Jason's still going to have himself an elite year because I think he's just an elite player.
At least 1,400 receiving yards for sure. At
least. And if you think less than that, I got agendas to push.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still drafting him for fantasy. Just want to be clear.
I just want to be clear, D-Mac, because you weren't here last year. Does y'all want to still do, and people in the chat, y'all want to do a fantasy football league for this show in particular?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. I need to run back to back. Swipe back to back.
Riddell, did you play last year?
Yeah, he won the league.
Did you?
I forget too. Riddell's so in the cut sometimes you forget he's there.
Oh, right. That's why when I beat yo ass, I went back and face swiped in the championship and beat his ass. I was like,
no, what happened?
That was God bless his soul. That was an old man in that league that hoarded receivers and stopped playing after week 5. That hurt everybody.
Like he ain't around still. He's still around. By the way, Riddell, can you be honest with what happened? Just D-Mac, you weren't here. I had Alma Raw, I had James Cook and H-Hand and Pickens. All of them scored less than 50 points in the championship.
Sounds like
tell me about that, D-Mac.
Hey, it's tough. It's tough.
And I had a top 1 tight end and took a crap who got hurt, ruined my whole season. And then George Kittle, boy, I tell you.
It's y'all fault. Y'all let me get Puka and JSN on the same team. That's your fault. That's you.
I had 191 score week one time. Like I had a good team, and then I had Rico Dow and who was killing for me? Rico Dow and I can't remember running back.
Hey, by the way, this clown Burley over here said that Rico Dowdle and who else did you have? Jonathan Taylor were better than A-Chan and James Cook last year.
Guys, I had Jonathan Taylor and Rico Dow. But again, Rico Dow for about 3 weeks, and we know what Jonathan Taylor was. We know what JC was. Rico Dow for about 3 weeks with Jonathan Taylor. Oh my God, I was putting up 50 pieces with them two boys. I had
RB3 and RB2.
That George Pickens shit, like you cleaned up with that one. That was a good one. That was a good late pick.
Yep. Because
I had Stephon. Y'all shit on Stephon Diggs. He did pretty good.
Have y'all drafted in any of the leagues already?
No.
Draft start next.
All my drafts on the 30th.
Next week.
Yeah. All the drafts for me play all between the 30th and the 2nd.
How are we gonna do a fantasy football for this show?
We do live. We do it live on here.
No. I'm saying, like, how many people is it?
It's 12, right?
12 man.
Yeah, we 12 man.
I didn't know we had 12. Okay.
Yeah, 12-man league, and then we'll have people in the chat.
It's only about 5 that are good. The other 7.
Well, no, not this year. I'm bringing my people into this group.
How you gonna bring your people into this? Like, how does that work?
Because they actually play fantasy. D-Mac is one of my people.
We should all get. If it's 6 of us, including
matter of fact, ever since D-Mac here, I'm just saying that the word be out early. Ever since D-Mac popped on the show, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Word, but not you. You a TikTok highlight watching what Bama been saying.
Don't look at me.
That's what Bama been saying. Earl, Big Earl.
Listen, I don't care. Here's the thing. if there's 6 of us, because we'll count Riddell as King as +1, we should all have a +1.
I mean that you have to include Bama and J-Rob if he's free.
Yeah. That actually would be.
J-Rob is Trent's +1. No, J-Rob is Bama's +1. So now me and Trent need a +1. I need a +1. Swiper +1 is D-Mac. So D-Mac, you need a +1, and then we can make it 12.
I would like to raffle off a +1 for the chat if we
did last year.
Oh, okay.
K-Dot came from the chat last year. He gonna be in the league.
Shout out my boy K-Dot.
He can hoop. Trent, I don't want none of Trent's +1 because they're gonna be that nonchalant gimmick that Trent be on. You know what I mean? Like Trent just be like, I don't really care.
I can't invite Donnie right there.
I'm just here.
We like Donnie.
I can't bring Donnie right now. I can't invite Donnie. Donnie can't be.
Who's Donnie?
Who's
Donnie?
Picking spreads in the chat is Donnie.
Donnie's gonna be your +1.
Look, early.
We rock with Donnie.
Can we have an honest conversation about Trent? Trent, he's still on this nonchalant gimmick, bro. Can you let it go, bro? You ain't that cool, bro. You step in. This boy be chilling.
Hey, Trent, I love Trent. He has a pod full of minions, and he's the coolest guy in the world. Hey, this how you know Trent bad. Trent will clip you up on his pod. Like, Trent just sits back. He doesn't judge. Trent will go, let's go. Who's the most overrated guy in this division? He won't have an opinion. Trent will shit on your list of running backs. We're doing top 10 running backs. He ain't got no list of running backs. Trent is so good at setting people up for failure just to judge them.
Wait. By the way,
we rock with the clip
early. You saying Trent got 165,000 people on TikTok off clipping other people up?
That's all he do. That's all he do.
That's all he do. How much is it?
I wish I had 165,000. I can't.
How much is it?
Right now I'm at like 25. No, I'm at 20K.
What? Oh shoot, that's done.
Hey, look, hold on. But then
get comfortable now.
Trent don't clip himself up, right? But then when Bama clips you on press box, this is the thing. If Trent clips you up on his pod and the chat is killing you, and they killing you, man. But when Trent get clipped up for saying something crazy, them niggas is bots. They all bots. They're all bots. That's his gimmick. They're all bots.
I mean, there's a lot of bots in this world. That's what I'm saying. Like Gabe. That's what I'm saying. Gabe is the one who do my clips. And I say you're mad at me because I'm being the host.
I just want y'all to know.
But as the host, hold up, Swiper be the host, and Swiper actually competes too. And when we do a top 10, Swiper has his top 10.
You about to say I don't compete, bro? That's what you saying. That's what
you be.
All you saying Jerry Rice is trash. That's all you. That's your whole bag. You the real talk on the football side. Real talk that too. Magic sucks. Jordan sucks. Jokic sucks. That's your whole bag. These players suck, and then you clip off that. Right. By the way, I want to let the chat know.
When's the last time you seen a Jerry Rice clip on my page?
What you mean? That's your whole bag. That's your biggest clip.
Remember when we discussed about what Andrew Luck was, and he was like, "I don't think Andrew Luck and Joe Burrow athleticism is that different," and we had to bomb on him for saying that crazy
thing. Whoa! No, this was y'all was doing. Y'all was creating a super Andrew Luck, talking about, I think his running is near Josh Allen. That's creating a super nigga.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We said that. We said that what he can do as a quarterback, make me athleticism.
You said that verbatim. You said it.
I ain't said it was Josh Allen. I said at times.
It was. By the way, chat, y'all need to know that y'all are in the early. Like you have I mean this. Chat, y'all here. Y'all gonna be goated too. But D-Mac, y'all know how big D-Mac gonna get at one point when he start actually clipping things correctly. You know what I mean? And all the great takes that and stuff he had. Then Trent
I'm gonna break into D-Mac's house and I'm gonna bend all the brims on his hat so they won't be as stiff.
Yep. and then Trent gonna be at a mill on TikTok. He gonna be at all the little Fanatics events on the little. I'm gonna be like, Trent, yo, on stage, Trent. He gonna be like, I don't know you light skinned baldy, and then you gonna see early. He gonna be getting clipped on YouTube with like 500,000 subscribers.
I'll be real with you. I got two things coming up. I got Martin Lawrence Presents in New Mexico, and I have the Kevin Hart contest for this upcoming season. If I win every one of them, I don't know you niggas at all anymore. I don't know you niggas. When I get Kevin Hart status, I don't know y'all at all, except for Kenya. Kenya was staying. The rest of y'all, I don't know.
It would be bad if I was bald. I moisturized my hair today, so I apologize. It's a little shiny. That's just it.
I apologize for the shine. You hear that?
Keep that.
I have some integrity. And when
that boy got a hairline like Jim Brown.
It would be really bad if I was bald though.
Kenya about to
D-Mac took his hat off for game 10 years.
Kenya about to get big on the football stuff. Like she just be a quiet assassin, letting us yap. But then she be taking all the notes. She got the whole game plan written down already. ChatGPT has her schedule out to get her to $1 million a year. And then y'all don't know, Riddell about to be at the White House next to sir, can I help you build a plan to redevelop the black community? That's gonna be Riddell. I'm gonna be on the opposite side at the next election with the Blues.
I catch you with a MAGA hat, Riddell. We're done. I catch you with a MAGA hat, Riddell. We are done.
Never catch me in a MAGA hat.
What's the ex-police officer that be arguing with everybody? What's his name? You know his name.
Officer Bynum. No, Tatum. Yeah.
Hey, you become Tatum, Riddell. I'm done with you.
Bro, don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me, bro. Tatum's a bot, bro.
I'm just letting y'all know, chat. Like sometimes, like I really be thinking about it, y'all. But like we're like doing this, but I don't think people realize how much work y'all put in to like do the stuff that y'all do. Like Trent was going out here getting Antonio Cromartie on the show, having to, just ride it out because my boy's in the whip, connection going in and out. Trent still producing great content, like you know what I mean. Like D-Mac making great actual film. Once he actually starts using this to make film, he gonna go crazy. Like D-Mac, he's good in there and just like do a little camera angles and all that kind of stuff. Like there's this next year for us, y'all. We about to. And then early,
are you in a relationship,
putting funny clips out?
I am, yes.
Okay, good.
What kind of question is that? Are you in a relationship?
I came out of nowhere.
Kenya, what kind of question is that? Early, how many people are you in a relationship with?
I asked that. Stop it. I asked that. I asked that.
Keisha, Natalie, what's her name? What's her name for Fernandez? What's the other one's name? One in Puerto Rico. What's her name?
I got one lady. I was asking that because I'm like, D-Mac is very like chill. Normally a lady is spunk you up a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Put a little pizzazz in your life. That's all. You're so chill and relaxed. You're playing T-shirts, your hats.
Well, that's why he's in a committed relationship because he don't want that nonsense to be out there in the streets. You know what I mean? D-Mac about 30.
You see the sweater on Riddell? Come on, a woman put that on him, man. Riddell ain't never dressed that nice before.
You got somebody putting your clothes on? Wait, Riddell, did she put your clothes on the bed for you before you get up in the morning?
That's crazy.
Nah, I don't got a girl. All me, man. All me. Don't worry.
It's all you.
Got you.
I wish somebody would do my closet for me because I ain't got whatever. But look, I'm saying everybody up here, really, I appreciate all y'all, man, because I know this grind ain't no joke, bro. This grind is not no joke, especially you early, because you out there in front of stages having to clap and twerk for folk. That's hard. So
hey, D-Mac, twerk job, D-Mac. That's twerk job.
Twerk job.
So let me ask y'all this. So like, are there other like teams that are around preseason right now that are like standing out to you in particular that you like? Obviously, I watched the Packers play the other day. Jordan Love had a great first drive to open up the season with Matthew Golden this year. Like, that's another one. Do we expect him to take another leap this year? I think the Raiders have looked really good in spots. The Rams decimated yesterday. I think they beat them 34-0. something crazy like that.
A starter yet, which is insane. They look baller against us, and they were playing their backups, and then they did it. I felt bad watching the tape back. I was like, well, maybe the Rams are just that good. When I was watching the Saints tape, I was like, well, yeah, maybe that's the case.
They're good. It's just hard for me to get in the preseason and just watch it because, like, bro, the main players are playing a quarter. Maybe
ain't no real ball fan.
But yeah, you say it. You call it what you want. Like, preseason one of the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry.
Well, I gamble on preseason. I ain't tripping.
You already did.
Yo, that's addiction.
No,
that's a problem.
Yeah, that's how you stay locked in. That's how you stay locked in.
It's just like, bro, like it's just hard for me to do it, bro. Like I obviously want to see the players. Like I'll probably say the one that because Swiper's been posting about it. Like, bro, Mike Washington's been wild at this whole preseason. He's been talking rock. He's really good. But like
Mike Washington has been going.
You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, bro, like it's just me personally, I just can't. I can't get it.
I think New York look good too, Trent. Like I like what New York got going on over there, man.
Bro, I seen the picture, bro. They was blocking their ass off for Geno yesterday.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I was gonna say actually, I very much did enjoy watching that one drive for Geno Smith with the Jets' first team offense. I thought that was nice. I think the Jets, and this is kind of a fantasy thing for people. Obviously, everybody's gonna be getting ready for their fantasy drafts and stuff. The Jets offense with Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall obviously being the main two pieces that people are going to be drafted in fantasy, I think that they're going to have themselves career years as far as that is concerned, as long as Geno Smith is out there. Now,
I think they're not going to make the playoffs, nothing, but like,
no.
We got the Rams, we got the Jets. I mean, the Jets winning like 2 or 3 games. They're going to probably win like 7 games. They're going to be surprisingly better than we think they are. I promise you.
I think they win like 5 games.
4 to 6 would be where I put it. But just for the fantasy aspect, I think that they'll be viable up until the point, hopefully, I don't know if this will happen. If they choose to put K Klubnik in, then that might be, it's going to be a problem for those guys. But as long as Geno Smith is out there, you're going to go out there and get some pretty good production from them, because I think that gives them a working, functioning quarterback. For those guys, that'd be the first time. And I like their offensive line too, which is nice. The Ravens defense I thought was relatively impressive from that standpoint. I like what I kind of saw from their edges. Of course, healthy Matabuke is really, in my opinion, going to be the pivot point for the entirety of their defense as well this upcoming season. So, but yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of preseason football just because I consider myself kind of a football junkie at this point, and certainly I watch all of Chiefs preseason football because that's just what I do covering the team at this point. Yeah. But it's a little bit difficult because you got to make sure you understand who these guys are doing these things against from a matchup perspective to give you context. Of course, when you're watching.
But normally that first, even like when I watched the Texas game, that first drive. Even just watching C.J. Stroud, some of that stuff, when the starters do play, you're just looking for certain tendencies. I'm looking to see if Jackson Dart is sliding better this year. Like little things, I'm like, okay, let me see what your tendencies look like a little bit, even versus second-tier talent, or maybe you get a drive or 2 versus first-tier talent. But it's really to see them starters and them rookies, okay, what they look like, how comfortable they look. Again, I'm talking about the Giants. I think the Giants can make a playoffs this year. They're gonna probably be like a wild card, but I think they can surprise you.
Too many teams.
I think you're gassing it a little bit regarding the Giants. I will say the Texans, man, that team is going to be filthy. And that team is going to be filthy in the regular season. Their defense is so good, especially their young players, and they got depth in that defense as well. And the offense, I'm not hating. They're running the ball more. Woody Marks actually had some pretty good.
He looked good. He's been looking good.
So like Woody Marks,
I will say
Monty,
the one thing that has been unfortunate, we didn't discuss it yet. Obviously, Jaden Higgins is gone for the year, which is like I thought that he was legitimately going to be their wide receiver too, and that really does suck because I liked him coming out of Iowa State. But hey,
a soul for a soul. That means Tank Dell get a full season. A soul for a soul.
Now we're going to see soul for soul is crazy. Now we're going to see Tank Dell, Jalen Noel. One of those guys really step up, or at least can they share the load to be able to be, the compliment to Nico Collins. But yeah, I mean, I think the structure of their offense is in where it needs to be. And again, their offense just needs to be competent to above average, which I think is very much on the table as far as that's concerned. Because their defense is awesome.
Hey man, if I can get a full season, I get well soon, Higgins. If I can get a full season, Tank Dell, that's a different monster.
Shout out to Tank Dell being able to work back. Obviously, it was a gruesome injury versus us. I think it was 2 years ago now. Crazy enough, it feels like it was yesterday. But
CJ Stroud he ain't been right since.
CJ Stroud had a fine season last year. It's just a bad.
Yeah, it was solid. If they got a consistent run game now, and he's moving a little bit more comfortably in the pocket, the Texans could be dangerous. They could be dangerous.
Probably got 19 dogs, man. Jesus Christ.
This ain't my dog. Dog, early, you know why animals like me? Because I'm a calm, safe presence. That's why
you're a breeder. Animals. This is gonna be a wild statement. Animals and kids love me. Animals and kids love me. I know it's wild to say, but animals and kids love me. I have a good soul. I'm a playful guy.
Look at that, Black Santa.
Black Santa.
What's up, Bama?
Shout out Bama.
What's up, Zordon?
Zordon's hilarious.
Who are you talking to?
You. Hope you over there watching over Andrew Grove, keeping it safe.
Hey, bro. Look, I'm about to roll you up and roll you into a whole pinball. Bro.
My Bama look different.
The Bama, he's going to that conference. He's at that turning point conference. That's why he looks so happy.
Turning point is crazy.
They're gonna put the mag on everybody, boy. I tell you.
Bama, are you using the right mic, or are you using the computer mic, or are you using a different mic?
Should be my mic.
Bama, you do look good. It's the best your camera done looked in a minute. Where you at?
I'm in Haiti.
No. Haiti?
Yeah, I'm in Haiti.
Not dead ass or like
no.
He's I'm in Haiti.
He opened the blind.
Haiti connects. I'm gonna say you should stay there because that connection is nice over there.
That's 4K connection that you got wherever you at. But Bama, is there a team in particular that like you
Bama at a Cougars house
that it stood out to you at all?
A team?
Jalen Milroe had a great day yesterday, by the way.
Trey Lance. I ain't gonna say a team.
So did Milton, Joe Milton. He been doing his long.
I did like some of the Trey Lance snaps. I agree. I did like some of the Trey Lance snaps.
The last 2 games he's played, they've been pretty nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Trey Lance looking like a starter.
Joe Milton looking like a starter. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
Milton was dotting up these last 2 games. He's been dotting up.
We know this.
It's okay to let go, gents. It's okay. Joe Milton and Trey Lance, we go. Let them go.
Okay, relax.
It ain't happening.
Relax with them. Trey Lance never got a fair shot. Joe Milton, I get it. I still want to not believe in 6'6". Come on, bro. We like Herbert and all these other dudes. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, listen, if Malik Willis can get a starting job in Miami, Joe Milton can get a starting job somewhere. There you go.
I mean, he would have to play as good as Malik was on the Packers in order to do all that. So that's not happening.
Hey, look, you get the LaFleur stimulus. These things.
Mid.
Malik was RPO and running. That's all he was doing on the Packers, to be honest. Shout out
to Bama's point. I did like the Trey Lance snaps.
Yeah.
He's got raw talent. Could be a useful backup. He's definitely better than DJ Ugalele or whatever his name is from that aspect. So I'll give him that.
Who has the worst hairline? Who has the worst hairline? Terry McLaurin or Trey Lance?
That was
McLaurin.
McLaurin.
Yeah, McLaurin.
The car.
Terry has the hairline of the Black Power Ranger.
That's crazy.
Shout out.
Not even a line of it. It's like a circle.
No, I would not consider him a starter. Trey
Lance started balling. He got humble, man. He started reading more film. He started balling. Got humble, man.
Just to get through some of these games too, y'all. So that on Friday, the Raiders played the Houston Texans. Aiden McConnell went out there was 15 of 24 for 166. Davis Mills was 11 of 15 for 93. He's one of the best backups in the league, by the way. Did really well. I think he was 3-0 last year at the start. I can't remember what it was. And then Mike Washington Jr., to y'all's point, 9 carries for 56 yards, 6 yards a carry. Woody Marks also played well, 4 for 37, 9 yards a carry, and also had a touchdown in this game. Then the receiving, Jalen Naylor had 1 catch for 22 yards. Brandon Johnson, 2 for 41. Marlon Klein for the Techna, 3 for 31 as well. Foster Moreau, tight end, 2 for 23. Then Noah Whittington also had 1 for 12, also ran the ball 9 times as well. So that might be a nice little add to the room this upcoming season. And then obviously like the defenses did whatever they did. But I guess, and Fernando Mendoza, 8 of 15 for 86 yards, 6 yards of completion, and then also 1 interception. I don't mind how Alfredo played this year.
It's a pick 6.
Yeah, it was definitely a bad throw, but I like how he looks so far. I mean, it's just he's super early in the preseason, but he looks like, he has like some calmness about him. Throwing picks in the preseason means nothing to me. But like I think that like this is going to be an opportunity for him to get some real reps, obviously, this upcoming like regular season, even though Kirk Cousins is probably going to end up starting for at least the first half or first 6 games of the year. But I like what the Raiders are doing so far, and I think they should feel like confident in the direction they're headed in.
He's such a nice guy too. Like I want to see. He's a sweetheart. Mendoza's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He just never said nothing mean. He's just so nice.
What did he say, Joe Buck? He said Mr. Buck.
Yeah, Mr. Buck. He said, "Shout out Mr. Buck." I was like, "Oh man, that's so nice."
He's been having some good answers. I respect Mendoza, and honestly, I don't mind how he was processing everything throughout this entire game. I do. Okay, serious question. Mike Washington has been going kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. He's playing very good football. I'm asking the question.
This is probably a bad question. I can already say.
Yeah, where you going with this?
Is it possible that Mike Washington takes the spot over Jeanty?
No.
I'm just asking.
No, it's going to be a great duo, though. It's going to be a really great duo. No, I don't even want to entertain that. No, Jeanty's really good. It's going to be a great duo, though.
I like Jeanty. I understand context.
But if something happens to Jeanty and God willing, he's healthy all season, he might not get a spot back. He get hurt for a couple games and Mike Washington get a killer. Hey, Jeanty, you might not.
What do y'all think Jeanty is? Like, I'm really curious.
Nah,
like,
he's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. He's
but they think he's a bot.
Jeanty.
They think he's a bot, bro. They really think he's a robot.
I just don't like. I don't like him dancing on the sideline. I get tired of the jigging and throwing it up and doing that. And I'm like, oh God, leave Jeanty. The camera's on you. Just stay still.
But I mean, if we're having a serious conversation, I do think that Mike Washington has great upside. Yeah, I like
that's
Jeanty.
Why he was a 3rd-round pick.
But Mike will be the Tony Pollard. He will be the Tony Pollard to Jeanty's Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be the Tony Pollard.
You drafted a player at 6 overall who showed elite tendencies and then kept getting hit behind the line of scrimmage, and then you improved the line of scrimmage.
I know.
OC, offensive structure. And then you have a 1st-round draft pick at quarterback at number 1 overall. Like, this is literally the reason you put all this in place is for Jeanty. Like, this is Jeanty's team as of right now until Fernando Mendoza takes over. And Brock Bowers as well. That's their core. Yeah. Those 3 players are their core.
But I hate to do this. I like Jeanty, but I need to put the conversation on the table for us here. Jeanty as a running back, his best quality is his ability to break tackles. Like, that man is hard to tackle. He is he runs very hard. But at the end of the day, if Mike Washington can maybe read the line better, maybe he's more explosive. Maybe I'm just saying if he has other traits that are better than Jeanty, and Jeanty's tackle breaking ability can't translate to an elite level in the NFL.
What traits is better than Jeanty? He's faster.
Reading the line, explosiveness, being able to cut and make agile moves.
Mike does struggle. Mike struggles with his vision for that to be realistic, though. Jeanty's just a better technical running back, and he may not have as elite raw athleticism, but he's still incredibly agile, still incredibly powerful. So, like,
do you like the way Mike runs the ball, Riddell?
Do I like how Mike
runs the way he looks
ball?
when he runs the ball?
Yeah, you like the way he looks when he runs the ball?
No, I like how Jeanty runs better, but I'm just asking questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting people triggered. That's what we do.
But this is what I'm saying. Yeah, I just think like people, if he didn't play for the Raiders last year and Jeanty had an opportunity to play with like some of those other teams in the first 10, bro, like just the conversation really wouldn't be what it is. I just think both of them are going to be really good. That for the next 4 years, that running back room is going to be special. It's going to be a problem. Plus, their tight end room is also elite with Bowers and Mayers. So, like, they're going to be an elite unit. And then they're
have a good team, better. I mean, it's going to be a better team. They're going to be a good team, but they'll be a better team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good duo overall. I think I really like the offensive infrastructure.
I really like the fact they're not going to start Mendoza off. That's actually because you would think a first of all pick. I'm very happy they're going to let Kirk like handle it first. I'm so happy about that and not force him out there.
Set a good floor. Kirk does.
Yeah. And then we had another game, 49ers versus the Chargers. Mac Jones went out there 6-13 for 89 yards. Adrian Martinez had 57 yards for a touchdown. Brock Purdy 4 for 629. Mr. Efficiency as usual. And then Ugalele, how you say his name again, D-Mac, for the Chargers?
That man said Ugalele.
Ugalele.
I know it ain't that.
Ugalele.
Ew.
Okay, I've never heard of this.
I call him DJ.
Last week. Trey Lance, no, that's not his name. Look at you. You're so ignorant. So ignorant.
DJ Umbrella, baby.
DJ Umbrella. Trey Lance, 10 of 16 for 74 yards.
DJ Herbert,
1 of 2 for 9 yards. Kimani Vidal had 6 yards rushing. Trey Lance, 42 yards rushing. Oronde Gadsden had only 2 catches for 24 yards. And then the other one, Deshaun Stribling, another good game, 4 receptions for 46 yards. Might be a sneaky potential wide receiver 2 for them this year. Deebo Samuel 1 for 4. But like I said, the 49ers, they put them away 41-17 preseason, whatever else it is. Any takeaways from this game that y'all had?
That 49ers O-line for the first unit. Pieces got better.
I don't know. We got to see with the Niners, bro. I was just watching film on them. They are so bad. The interior O-line from the center to the guards. Oh my gosh, they are trash right there. Garbage. You
did the center and guard the terrible?
Oh my God,
Yes,
Forrest run blocking. They're horrible. Because we were just watching a lot of Christian McCaffrey snaps. Just say, yeah.
You talking about last year? Last year.
Yeah, last year. So they gotta get better right there, in my opinion. They need some backup tight ends because outside of George Kittle,
and he keep getting hurt. Like you gotta thank you.
They are big for nothing. Them backup tight ends the Niners got big for nothings. Oh my goodness! I don't see how Mac Jones went 3-2 with the boys.
They needed Delaney Walker like when they had him behind Vernon Davis.
Jay Tongas is good. He's a good second. He's a good second tight end.
Tongas is good.
Yeah,
I think
they just picked him up this year.
No, he was there last year too.
He was there last year.
Yeah, I'm with Bama.
He was there last year. He pooped.
He got hurt. He got hurt too at one point. Tongas is number 89. He's good.
Bro.
He's a good player.
Of course he did.
I think we can give, well, at least for me, 49ers, Chargers. I didn't see much from Vidal and Keaton Mitchell that I didn't necessarily have a big takeaway from that. I will give a shout out to John Stribling. Look good, and they're going to need him from what I've seen from the wide receiver room. So,
what's your prediction for the stat line for Evans and Stribling this year, y'all?
Are we assuming health for Evans?
Yeah.
Is Ricky out for what's going on?
He's out for the year. Ricky's out for the year. I would say like 750, 800, and like 5 for Stribling, and then like probably like 1,000 and like 9 for Evans.
Is there
say it again? Start over again.
Is Mike Evans though?
What'd you say, Kenya?
Is there a world where Stribling outproduces Mike Evans though?
Yeah, that exists.
I
think they exist.
It's going to be a time where I feel like Mike Evans, because of how old he is, I just think that there's going to be a few games where Stribling might start as wide receiver 1. And with his skill set, all you gotta do is throw the ball up to him. He has great hands, so there's no.
I think there's a world where they trade for another receiver during the season.
Well, they traded, but I ain't gonna say traded. They picked up.
They signed Debo, obviously. I think I don't think it is either. But
isn't Brandon Ayuk still on the team?
Technically, yes. Technically, no.
Riddell, please.
Yeah, Riddell, please, Riddell.
There's a world in which
he is retired, basically.
There's a world in which it happens because of the 12 personnel and the 13 personnel sets that they can get into, where I can see where they prefer Stribling take those snaps, where Evans doesn't have to take all of those snaps.
Yeah.
And Stribling really working in the short to intermediates can be very useful for the way the timing-based offense for Kyle's, kind of offense is built out of. Obviously, Mike Evans is still going to get the majority explosive plays over Stribling from that standpoint, but I could see a world in which it happens. I wouldn't necessarily project it, but I could definitely see a world in which.
I mean, right now they have 25, 27 players on IR right now.
Yeah, I mean,
including Mike Evans. And I don't know if you could put coaches on IR, but Shanahan's.
I ain't gonna lie though. Seriously though, I think it's time for them to either get a new strength coach or something. But
no, they gotta move that. They gotta move the stadium, bro.
They need a whole new strength department. The whole
Well,
department.
this is
with the stadium, but that spot been there. Like they've been practicing there since like the 80s, bro. Like it ain't hurt Jerry Rice in them. So it's like
this is something that was pointed out, at least in one of the 49ers writers kind of wrote about it, was just that Kyle Shanahan runs incredibly demanding practices, and they feel like maybe that is something that is affecting the Niners' health year in and year out. And I wouldn't be surprised by it because it's got to be something, because there's no reason why you continue to have these level of injuries year in and year out, unless it's something you're doing from the team standpoint.
Harbaugh also runs those types of practices.
Yep,
but the thing is that his players get injured before playoff time.
but that's what I said. I think it's on the training staff, like because
true, yeah.
How are they managing? What are they working out? Are they making sure they strengthen the ankles, knees, neck? You know what I mean? Like growing area. Are they making sure that the soft tissue is getting rolled out consistently? Like what are they doing? Like it has to be a lack of something on their end.
Yeah, because everybody keep getting hurt. And star players getting hurt. Yeah. Ain't you? You get Fred Warner and Nick Bosa and George Kittle. Like that's a whole different team last year.
But those were freak injuries. So Fred got rolled up on, and then Bosa just tore his ACL in a regular gameplay. Kittle tore his Achilles on a plant, which is random,
but to
right?
piggyback off of what Bama just said, though, when Ricky Pearsall had that knee issue last year, they told him that he didn't need to get surgery, and now look at where we are now. Because it swells up. I do. Then they told him.
The thing with Ricky though, he played all of his college career, and then he got shot. And I don't know the mechanics of it. Like I think that his body having to go through that healing process, there could be some like extenuating like issues that he's facing because his like. I don't know how that affects a football.
Where did he get shot at? In the leg?
Chest. Dude was up on him, so they showed the actual video.
Yeah,
dude was up on him.
He was trying to steal from him.
Give me a chain. Yeah. And Ricky was like, nah. I'm like, Ricky turned around. He was like, no. And then they start tussling. When they start tussling, Buddy, the gun went off.
Ricky, you are an NFL player, bro, and show your jewelry and give the chain up, bro. Jesus Christ.
He didn't want to, and Buddy, the guy that shot him was like 17. It was a young kid. He wasn't even like no grown man.
It's
and like I said, I don't know, Kenya, like how that affects your next.
Yeah, that's a good
point. That's horrible.
Because I remember Brian Robinson got shot too, and then how long was he out?
Wasn't long.
He came back pretty quick though.
But he came back pretty quick. But Brian did get shot. He got shot like
he got shot in the leg.
In the leg, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
and that's the big problem. Unfortunately, as a Mizzou fan, Ahmad Hardy, who in my opinion is the best running back in the entire country, and he's coming back from getting shot. Unfortunately, he got shot in the leg, and it's just sometimes it's
a con.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired of this, bro. Like I'm so sick of this country, man. Like people just getting shot and just like got to go about your business. So crazy, bro. Like NFL player getting shot, like, and then having to go back and play football, like. Anyway, I think this whole thing with the 49ers is whatever. I think they're going to be good this year. Their defense is not great, but they got some good pieces on the defense. So Kittle might be back week 1.
Are they fighting the Seahawks for the second spot over there?
No, I think they're fighting the Cardinals for last place.
They're all good, though. All three of those teams are good.
I don't think.
All three of them. Oh, yeah. Give us the Cardinals.
49ers with them injuries, 25 players in IR right now is insane.
But Kenya, all three of them were like 12 to 13 wins last season, even with the injuries.
That was last season, but they didn't have 25 players in IR during the season, though. That's just different. They just got freak accidents midway through the season, but it's not the same thing.
Man, they ain't gonna lie. It was that's why me and Ben was yelling Mac Jones' name. It was a time where they was literally getting it done with nothing out there, dog, and getting it done.
I mean, I think Christian McCaffrey's going to have I think he's going to have a similar season this year, going for like 1,000 to 1,000.
No, he's gonna get hurt.
I know how
this is not his season.
They're going to rely on him so much.
Hey, D-Mac, I can see it now. I can see Mike Evans getting the game-winning touchdown over Trent McDuffie right now because, them big receivers he's not great against.
Kenya, how is Christian McCaffrey?
They'll put Jalen Watson on him. Don't
with a safety over the top. With a safety over the top.
You know what, Mike Evans?
Man,
Christian McCaffrey lacked a lot of bursts last year because of calf. I want to say that was the reason his pad shelf was super high when he came out of the hole.
Trent McDuffie and Marcus Lattimore. Respect Trent McDuffie.
Some of the rest of these games. So we got New York versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drew Allard looked good again. This was on Friday. Caleb Johnson also. Drew Allard was 11 to 23 for 110 yards. Caleb Johnson 10 for 39 yards. He was a second-round pick, by the way, y'all. And they got 2 other running backs. They all better than him. Rico Dowdle had 5 for 18. Jalen Warren, maybe the toughest back in football right now, I think, 5 for 17. And then they were able to score no points in that game because who cares? They played the Jets, so whatever. Carolina Panthers, this is early second team, 34 to 17 win they had. We had in that game Kenny Pickett, 15 to 25 for 137 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Trask, 4 for 52 yards and a tub. Bryce Young, 5 of 6 for 49 yards. Get in and get out, brother. Look good. Nick Mullen, 6 of 7 for 65 yards. Joey Aguilar, 9 of 10, 130. And then you had Amir Abdullah, shout out to his 11th year in the NBA, in the NFL, I believe. 6 carries, former second-round pick out of Nebraska. 6 carries for 45 yards. DJ Dallas, former Dallas Cowboys, 8 for 27 yards. Trevor Etienne, 5 for 24 yards. Jonathan Brooks, 5 for 18 as well. John Mechie.
That's what I want to see more of, man. I need to see more of Jonathan Brooks, dog. Like,
yeah.
I need to see what you are.
You got some good players. Tetford, 25. He might be a wide receiver winning fantasy football. Casey Washington, 4 for 47 as well. Shout out to them.
Didn't Jimmy have 31 yards on a run?
Jimmy,
you got that candle lit for Jimmy Horn Jr., man. You try.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Horn Jr. Yeah, he did 1 carry for 39 yards. Shout out to him.
I love Jimmy. Hey, look, we all got our guy.
And then we had the Broncos versus the Green Bay Packers. Bo Nix looked great. He was 6 to 9 for 1 touchdown in that game. Had 2 drives, 2 scoring drives. Jalen Waddle had 1 catch for 35 yards, and he was moving, D-Mac. I'm talking about him.
Obviously, and this is not.
Swiper got MVP love for Bo Nix.
Bo Nix did a good job getting the ball to him, but he caught that ball. He started.
He was moving so fast, the ball was moving around in the bread basket.
Y'all ain't never seen that before. Boy, I tell you.
He was running away from the ball.
Y'all ain't seen that since Emmanuel Sanders, man. Y'all ain't seen Where's Thomas? I ain't seen that much speed after the catch in a long time.
It brings tears to my eyes to see Cynics Jubitus, bro. That boy right there, bro. Y'all get to see him
bro.
live and in person.
I forgot Waddle was an Alabama player.
Yeah, it's Cynics Jubitus, bro. Remember that.
And I think the thing's gonna help too. Bo Nix being that mobile, having that offensive line, and having the arm he has, plus Sutton on the other side. By the way, Pat Bryant's the number 3 receiver on the roster. I don't know if y'all
Chargers center Tyler
got some good
Biadasz is the injury reserve ending the season. Chargers center.
He tore
So Chargers are already getting all the line.
I forgot how to say it.
Tyler Biadasz? Is it Biadasz?
No.
Biadasz? I don't know.
Hey, brother, can you send the memos to DMAC or Mama for announcements going forward? I also want to say this. So that sucks for them.
Biadasz.
Just signed
That's his name, Biadasz.
Biadasz. Good to go.
Yeah. They still have obviously, and Rashawn Slater's coming back, but unfortunately, really bad injury for him. Hope he heals up soon. But the Chargers, again, one of those other teams that just like luck. Whatever.
Bam, I better see a Denver Broncos Waddle jersey out of you when he go for 1,500 yards this season.
Yeah, Mike. RJ Harvey looked good in that game. For some reason, people think that Jordan Love is not a top 10 quarterback. I have no why. He looked great. Jordan Love's a baller.
He always looks great to me.
He just goes rogue too much. He just goes 0 dark 30.
He turn the ball over like that. You think he's Caleb Williams while y'all talk about him.
Right now, bro, but in the stretch down the season, bro, he go start to do that shit again.
But that's lack of receiver coach too that we don't want to talk about, but I hear you.
Lack of receivers.
What are you talking about?
He's
always
they got one of the best receivers.
Okay, and Don, we know how much Don drop passes. Hold on.
But he's always had them.
Dobbs drops passes.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Christian Watson, Jaden. No, you hush up. They had Christian.
All of those guys are not trustworthy. You can't trust Christian Watson. You can't trust Reed.
Stop.
Lack of receivers.
Matthew Golden was awful last year.
Jaden Reed, Dobbs. They had Tucker Kraft, and this is over the last few years. Christian Watson. Then they also had the Wicks. When Wicks just left too, Wicks was a good player.
Christian Watson has barely played when Jordan Love has been there. He's barely played.
Barely played, brother.
Christian Watson's injured, but he's not bad.
I know. I'm just saying he's very played.
He doesn't have a
the Jaguars. The Jaguars were 1 in drops. Denver was 2nd in drops. I don't know what early talking about. They didn't have that many drops last year.
They don't have a standout number 1 as far as this is concerned, but they've had a really good.
But they got a bunch of guys.
As far as that is.
No, ain't no Devontae Adams like punk ass Aaron Rodgers. Ain't no Devontae Adams. Ain't no Donald Drivers. Ain't no Greg Jennings. Ain't no Jordy Nelsons.
Yes, that is true. Jordan Love, I do believe, is a top 10 quarterback as well. I think that in a similar way in which I talk about Caleb Williams fitting what Ben Johnson wants to do on offense and the explosive nature of it, Jordan Love also fits what Matt LaFleur wants to do. Is like, hey, we're going to use a run game to keep these guys honest, but we don't sit back there and let you launch the ball 20 yards down the field because you have the arm talent to do so, and your aggression matches the philosophy that I want to operate with. So, yeah, there's a little bit more volatility, but it's by design because that's the way that they want to play offensive football, in my opinion. So,
yeah, that they got the pieces that they brought in are pieces that can emphasize that. Like Christian Watson is an amazing deep threat. Dobbs is a good deep threat in the sense that he's a big body that
amazing deep threat is so crazy.
Golden. Christian Watson is an amazing deep threat.
He's
amazing deep threat is Deshaun Jackson, Randy Moss. Don't amazing. God, man, stop it. Mike Wallace, at least. Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
Amazing deep threat.
That's the Hall of Fame.
He's one of the better deep threats in the NFL right now, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they got an elite. They got an elite tight end, Tucker Kraft.
As long as he's healthy, yes, he's one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Wiley.
I mean, if they're healthy, and this is why I said it earlier when talking about the NFC contenders for the Packers. If Tucker Kraft is back healthy, I don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs. So that is a major piece of this, of what is happening.
That's a massive situation.
That's a major aspect of this. But if they get those pieces back, and obviously Micah Parsons on the other end, then I can see them being at that level. It's just, hey, Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons are major pieces of their puzzle.
Yeah. And then we also had some other games yesterday. We had Detroit versus Washington. Detroit was able to win that game. Joshua Dobbs had that long 50-yard run or whatever. Buffalo versus Cleveland. Buffalo won 31-7. At first, I thought Josh Allen. Kyle Allen from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
He played well.
Who's number 9 that plays for the Lions D-line? He is good.
It wasn't Mike
Lions D-line.
More.
Yeah, Derek Moore got his first action from
Derek Moore. Yeah, rookie.
He looked good. And Devin White looked good too for them.
And then Atlanta, they
need Derek Moore, by the way. The Lions do, for their defense to be functioning. They need somebody opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. So
Atlanta did beat the Indianapolis Colts. Jack Strand had 12 of 17 for 212 and a touchdown as well. Anthony Richardson 3 of 9 for 24 yards. Riley Leonard 7 of 14. Back behind Daniel Jones, they got a terrible back.
They were down the trash.
Yeah. All right. Shout out AR, man.
He needs to go ahead and
and then some of these other games. Let's see here. We have the Baltimore Ravens. They won 13-3 versus Minnesota. Shout out to them. And like I said, we talked about this earlier. Los Angeles Rams. Stetson Bennett went crazy. 34-0 over the Saints. We had 26-3 New York Giants over Miami. Jameis Winston had 150 yards in that game. Chicago versus Cincinnati. Shout out to Cincinnati, 27-9. Let me see the specific stats in that game for
a wide receiver was nice.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we probably have one of the most underrated wide receiver rooms as like a whole because Colby Young was great, Williams was great, Myers was great. Like they were catching some things that I didn't even know they could. I'm not gonna lie to you, Colby Young should be our wide receiver 3 at this point. I'm kind of done with Yoshi Voss. I'm kind of over that.
Well, he had like 10 touchdowns 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but that's okay. I know you're a touchdown guy. I think Yoshi Voss is great in the red zone. Before we get into the red zone, he does nothing. Like,
I can agree with that. He doesn't have any separation. His hands are okay. Yeah, I get
unless he goes deep because he's like uber fast a little bit, but other than that, he cannot get any separation. He's not good at space at all. Like I don't know.
What is he, Japanese or?
He's a mix. I think he's Japanese and Hispanic. He's mixed with a bunch of different things. I can't remember. He's also dating.
Yeah, heard that, Bagel fans.
Dating Gianty, which is hilarious to me.
He only wants Americans catching footballs for her team.
He's for the record, he's Filipino and Romanian, but he was born in Japan.
Yeah.
Shout out
I can see that Filipino.
Shout out to
Konnichiwa.
Old jump off Gianty finding Yoshi Voss.
Then on the other end, Caleb Williams 2 for 5 for 28 yards, missed a tub that was thrown over the top a little bit too high. Cole Kmet or Loveland, can't remember who that was.
He was Loveland.
Yeah, shout out to them. And then
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Roschon Johnson, 42 yards rushing in that game as well. The Bears' offense will be good. The Bears' defense will not be good.
Odell, if Odell can be healthy this year,
they were starters.
Number 3 receiver. He's been looking good there. He's looked so bouncy.
Well, I thought he
did throw the touchdown, but he had
a chance for the touchdown there before.
His separation though, but he was wide open 2 touchdowns last week, so
I don't know. It's a low bar because our wide receiver 3 right now is Darius Slayton. I mean, I guess he actually might be.
No, Mooney's wide receiver 3.
No. Neighbors 1, Mooney 2, Slayton 3. So it's like
Malachi Fields is going to be starting sometime this year.
Sometime, I don't know when. Definitely at the start of the season. The start of the season, Neighbors won't even be there. So if we're talking about the start of the season, our receivers are Slayton, Mooney, Loki, OBJ might be wide receiver 3 at the start of week 1. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, by week 6, if we stay healthy, wide receiver 2. Unless you off, it's gonna be a good time.
Hey man, I'm not gonna disrespect OBJ, but
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he look good. I don't hear that.
The Patriots beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Tanner McKee was 6 of 22 for the Eagles for 173 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Tanner McKee's still over there? I did not know that.
Yep. And Andy Dalton's over there too. He was 3 of 10 for 44 yards.
Okay.
Tommy DeVito keeps getting jobs. 8 of 15 for 151 and a touchdown. And then
his lawyer,
Baron Morton had 13 of 17 for 129 and a touchdown as well. Rushing, Jermichael Hasty, who was at Baylor when I was at Baylor.
Oh wow!
Had 5 carries for 12 yards in this game, which is it's a long time ago.
You don't like Tommy DeVito, Swiper?
No,
he's
wasn't good
so
with the Giants.
Have y'all seen his lawyer? I mean, he's seen his agent.
Gimmick, bro. He is such a gimmick.
His agent out here giving people offers they can't refuse.
That shit was so funny.
Nigga,
agent out there looking like
I scratch your back, you scratch my back. Put time on your team. Give him a try.
Nah, we got a real mob boss, Kirk Cousins. That's who the agent is.
Yeah.
Yo, them will be hating on Kirk, bro. Let him.
I ain't gonna lie, but Kirk deserves that. Kirk is the reason why. Kirk is literally the reason why NFL players get those that much guaranteed contract. Because you remember there was a time when if you got $100 million, you might have 30, 40 million guaranteed. Kirk Cousins is the reason why why Deshaun Watson has a fully guaranteed contract. He started that.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, but Kirk earned his money.
Yeah, Kirk was betting on himself every season. Taking franchise tag deals. Kirk deserved that.
What?
Go look at his numbers for the Vikings too. He was putting up 30 plus TD in 10 pick seasons. He was doing really good, bro.
To be like the NFL's highest paid quarterback ever. All right.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I mean, hey, that was the Commanders' fault. They wanted to, at the rest of the time, they wanted to keep putting him on franchise tags for 20 plus million a year. Okay, I'll do that.
And he kept on earning the next paycheck. Shout out Kirk.
Now that Falcons money, I don't know.
He earned that too, but he got
about
injured. He earned that too. He got injured. Shout out Kirk.
And then D-Mac, you can speak to this one. The Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs 16-15. Garrett Nussmeier had 9 of 17 for 74 yards. Justin Field 9 of 12 for 64 yards. Jake Browning for Tampa Bay Buccaneers 8 of 11 for 84 yards. And then you had Rashard Smith rushing 6 for 37. It's going to be a nice little backup for Kansas City, obviously, this next year. What are some of the things you saw in this game, D-Mac?
But he like Gary Wilson?
Garrett Nussmeier continued to look comfortable, which is nice to say, as far as our 7th round pick was concerned. Got our first snaps of Mansour Delane, looked completely in control out there. Looked at how I want him to look, as far as the first round cornerback. Made a nice play on a kind of bubble screen as well. Our Mason Thomas made another kind of splash play, continued to show his quick get off. Encouraged by some of the Felix and Duque Uzama snaps because we need him in the edge room. He really showed better explosiveness. The first time I've really seen the explosiveness out of him since he's come here. And then offensively, we got a little bit of taste of more Jalen Wills, more Cyrus Allen. Nothing really to write home about. Obviously, Emmett Johnson looked like he was good. And Emery DeMarcado, there it is, still going to continue to probably be our third down back from a pass protecting standpoint. But yeah, I mean, it's not much to take away just because we haven't gotten too much into the starters. But I liked what I saw from the young guys. Definitely liked what I saw from guys like Jaden Hicks and Jalen Wills as well. So nothing really much to take away. On the Bucs side, their first team offense didn't necessarily look great. They were still missing like two guys on the offensive line, I believe, and obviously Chris Godwin and Mecca Buka did not play either as well. So take that with a grain of salt as you want to, as you may choose to. So
over under 10 over under in Vegas 10.5 wins for you guys. D-Mac, what say you?
I think I project them at 11 right now.
Yeah, look at their schedule too. It's kind of favorable.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet it, but I have them projected for 11 right now.
George Kittle's been activated off the pub list too.
I know.
Good.
Yeah, he was. That's why. Yeah, freak athlete, bro.
George Kittle.
Freak athlete.
Yeah, for sure. Freak athlete.
For tight end, yes.
Yeah, freak athlete. For tight end, watch out. Last game.
He's no Kyle Pitts, but I hear you.
Kyle Pitts wishes he could tie his shoes, bro.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, please.
I'm doing that.
Thank you,
I'm
bro.
doing
Don't do that.
Kyle Pitts wishes he could tie George Kittle.
Don't do that.
What do you mean? Don't do that.
Don't mix in production
every
with what
way. What are you talking
athleticism
about?
really is. Don't
top 5 tight end of all time versus Kyle Pitts.
Don't mix in production with what Irvin
I'm not just doing
said,
production. I want Kyle.
Are we talking college Kyle Pitts? Because
we're talking about Kyle Pitts in general, dog.
He's a freak athlete. In general, he's a freak athlete, bro.
You got NFL Kyle Pitts?
Bro, it don't matter. NFL, CFL, PFL, NBA. Listen, he has like
George Kittle ain't nothing but 2026 Jeremy Shockey with car.
The man is 6'6", runs a 4.4, got a 40-inch vert, bro. We're not even.
I don't care. What's that got to do with anything? What you mean? George Kittle 100%.
Swiper, do you have George Kittle in top 5 tight ends all time?
Just period, probably. Yeah, I mean, bro. I love
How?
Kittle, bro. What do you mean?
How has he earned that?
Have you watched him play?
So what? Have you watched Tony Gonzalez play? Have you watched Gronk play? Have you watched Shannon Sharp play? Have you watched Antonio Gates play?
He's better than Antonio Gates also, too. I don't think y'all realize this. George Kittle is an extra offensive lineman with how good of a blocker he is. And then he is an absolute monster in the receiving game.
Bama and Early simultaneously shaking their heads is so funny right now.
It doesn't matter.
They look like two bobbleheads, bro.
They are bobbleheads.
He be because Swipe be bugging, bro. Swipe be getting excited. Swipe, you part of the problem, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You get excited, bro.
If you don't think, I'm saying, if you put film on George Kittle over the last 7 years of his career, we don't have time for this. I got to do stuff. We have discussion I got stuff to do. I really got stuff.
We'll come back to this. We're going to have a good conversation, though. We'll come back to it.
The Cowboys beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-13. Joe Milton shot out 179 yards, and then Gardner Minshew 177 for interception in that game. Still one of the best backups in the league. Jaden Blue had 75 yards rushing, 5 yards a pop. Going to be a good backup for Javonte this year, y'all. That's going to do it for the press box. We will be back here next Sunday, last week of preseason, and then we got the actual NFL games rolling out basically week after that on the 4th, the 9th. No, the Wednesday. That Wednesday is the 5th, 6th, 7th. The Wednesday it's the 7th. And then whatever we have the 8th or whatever on that Thursday. And then we get to the Sunday and whatnot as well.
Football's almost here.
Swiper going to Billy Dance practice, y'all. He going to Billy Dance practice.
Yep. Y'all know what time it is, press box. See you on the other side. We out.
All right, peace.